Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready? Goddamn crap of it. You can't handle the truth. Potty break. Oh, the door.
I can hear that in the background.
Time for bed. Yes! We're back!
We're back!
We're back!
Ba-ba-da-da!
Thank God it's Thursday.
Yes.
That means I still have to go to work tomorrow. Oh, doesn't that suck? Oh well. We have new shirts, so who cares?
We have new shirts. Manpocalypse shirts.
One day I'm gonna do. There we go.
There we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Manpocalypse radio show. I am Aaron. He is Mike.
I'm Mike. He's Aaron.
That's the way they do it. We have brand new shirts. Thank you, Christina, for making these for us. Mike does love his shirt.
I do. Great job.
Wonderful job. See, you were worried. You were wrong.
It's a little off-center, just like me.
There you go. See, and keep talking. I have to fix the live feed.
He's got to fix the live feed. My God, man.
We are tell them why, because we're recording the live feed.
Because we're recording the live feed, and we're trying to actually record the show, and everything's all technical. And you guys know that we have technical difficulties every freaking week. That's just part of the Manpocalypse magic, if you will.
Okay,
We're back.
I think we are back.
Maybe, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. See, it's still playing the black background.
I think it's still playing.
It is still playing the background. That's fine. We're going to keep going.
I think it's coming around.
See, it's not even, it's, okay, I turned the volume all the way down, and now it's not recording anything.
Sweet.
We are trying to record the broadcast so that we can archive it and save it for you guys. And it's bleeding over pretty profusely.
Sooner or later, we will get the hang of this. But maybe we're doing this on purpose. You'll never know.
See, and I'm still, and I've got this volume all the way down, so. All right. We're going to pitch this for now.
Adios.
And I'm going to have to monkey with it again another time. So we
All
are
right,
going to,
there we are.
There we go. We are going to try to record another time. But we are back. Technical difficulties aside, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us.
Always.
Thank you for putting up with me monkeying around the computer, because let's face it, I have no clue.
No,
It's a work. It worked Sunday. It worked like a charm Sunday, I promise you.
it's because we're here and you were at home sitting in your underwear.
You know what it was? We both are monitoring the actual live feed. And Aaron, the idiot, hits the volume up on his phone. You have volume up on your phone, too.
I probably do.
So it would have worked.
We're a special kind of stupid.
Okay. This is how the show's going to start. It's going to start with us. I'm going to fall out of my chair here. I've reached a new low. I have to sit up now. I have no back support. Oh, you missed it, Michelle. We did show off our shirts.
We did show
You
off
should
the
have-
shirts.
you
I'll do
should-
it again.
You should have tuned in on time. Okay,
Way to go.
good job. Anywho, how was your week?
My week was hectic. I'm trying to move.
Yep.
I started a new job.
Wow.
Job that I'm glad to be starting this time, actually. I'm happy about this one. And, side bonus, the beard is coming back.
The beard is back.
It's not back yet. It's trying.
Right.
But
It's going to take you another 8 years.
It might, but it'll be here.
Right.
I will look like a mannequin instead of a little boy child.
Little boy child. Little mangina.
Little mangina. But hey, it's all good. I'm here doing the Manpocalypse. I've got beer. I've got Slim Jims. I got a
We have
Manpocalypse shirt.
meat.
We have
Meat
meat,
sticks.
beer, a pig on my shirt. My shirt says moist. The beard's coming back. It's a good day.
The intro song that we played at the beginning of Joan Jett's Dirty Deeds, the cover of the AC/DC song. Junior here was attempting to play the drums, the invisible drum, the air drums, with his meat sticks. Now, as you can tell, these are large meat sticks.
They're a little floppy.
They're kind of floppy. He has floppy meat sticks. Enjoy. Discuss amongst yourself his floppy meat sticks.
This is pretty much how the show's going to go.
I have
Ladies and
my
gentlemen.
water bottle back. It is full of flavored water. Not grape, but that was my fault. When I see a sale, I just grab shit and I don't look at the labels.
My water bottle is
Your water bottle
beer.
is full of alcohol. I am, when is I'm like a month away from my sobriety date. I actually have to look at the calendar. I think it's the 20th of August, but I need to look. Yeah, the 20th of August.
I'm actually.
So I'm like, that's a little less than a month away. About 3 weeks away, 3.5 weeks away. Still.
It just dawned on me that, you have a sobriety date and I'm kind of an asshole and I drink in front of you every Thursday, but you never really complain.
And you realize it doesn't even bother me.
It does not bother you.
I come in here with bags of food that my wife will yell at me for eating, and she's listening and watching. So, I have my pathology is my flavored water. You saw what happened last week during the second segment when I left my water in the office, and you can't see the makeup of the studio, but I am literally trapped. There's a wall right here. The board is all around here, so you can see that I am trapped by Mike, this table, and the board. I couldn't get my water if I wanted to. Okay, he's circumcising his meat over here.
Slim Jim wouldn't open. I feel so manly at the moment.
So the whole second segment last week, I'm twitching because I don't have my flavored water. It's Propel. It's got water. It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Yes.
But I didn't have my water, and I was twitching. And here I am talking about being sober. Good job.
You just found a new addiction.
My new addiction. So they say that's what you do. They say that's what you do. When you give up one addiction, you kind of fill it with another one.
That's what I've heard.
So
I wouldn't know. I haven't really given up any addictions.
if I'm addicted to healthy water, I suppose there's worse things I could Worse things I could fill it with. There's worse things I could fill my holes with. Yes.
Speaking of which, would you like some of my meat?
Oh, I would love to meat. Can I have your meat?
Pick one of the meats.
Can you imagine people who are only listening to this show and not watching, trying to figure out what I'm talking about here?
Manpocalypse has a whole new meaning.
I'm going to hold on to your meat over here.
Oh boy.
I'm saying these things and then I realize, yes, we are doing a radio show. So there are people that listen and they're like,
what the hell is wrong with these guys?
My week was hell. My week was very busy. It started off with a rainstorm that made my walls cry again.
Yes.
Okay. And so we had to call the maintenance again, only to find out that the maintenance where I live doesn't exist. They all walked out. They all quit, which doesn't surprise me, given how the turn events have taken place
right
where I'm living. And so we called the ownership group, which I have a direct line to, and I left a very poignant message. I didn't go off on my filth and flowing. I didn't yell carry on and use a bunch of colorful language like I get to do here. But I made my point. And
Politely firm.
Politely firm. They didn't like my point too much. They were apologetic. They made a lot of excuses. They blamed it a lot on the weather.
Oh, of course.
To which, I kind of retorted, that's all good and well. Yes, it was a really powerful rainstorm, but
My house doesn't cry.
the problem is that my house cries whenever it rains even a little.
Your house cries if there's dew on the ground.
Yeah.
In the morning.
And the same message said, it sounds like you're displeased with the way things are going. You're displeased with the workmanship. I'm like,
No shit.
No kidding. If you're that displeased, we invite you to, look around for someplace else to live. Essentially saying, if you don't like it, get the fuck out. GTFO. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you expect to attract new tenants when this is how you treat the people who, up until now, wanted to stay here? I listened to this message, and afterwards I said, I don't want to stay here anymore.
Nope.
I don't want it. I'm done. So this week was a little bit of extra house hunting. We found a couple of really nice places, a couple of places we're still looking at. I spent a long time with Tina last night making the shirts.
Right.
I got home really late. I missed the big party last night here on SKO Radio.
It was like a whole new station when we walked in.
My goodness. I was, and we've been tickling it all month long.
Yeah.
We've been kind of dancing around it because we were the first ones to talk about how we are moving from Thursday nights to Saturday nights, starting August 9th is going to be our last Thursday.
Yep.
And then August 19th, 10 days later, will be our first Saturday. And God, I feel like I'm getting the dates wrong. I really do feel like it. 18th.
18th.
I see, I told you it was going to be. August 18th will be our first Saturday.
I thought it was the 17th, so I'm going to show up the day before, you'll show up the day after, and nothing's going to happen.
Nobody's going to be doing the Manpocalypse. And we've been kind of like dancing around it because that's the way that the new folks wanted it. They didn't want to, they wanted to make it public on their own terms. And they certainly did.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
And they did it with style. They did it with grace. They did it with their level of, hey, this is what we want to do. And so we welcome Bob Fritz, Handy Randy, what's Randy's last name? I have to look this stuff up. Everybody's been calling him Handy Randy. I'm like, he does have a last name, doesn't he?
Bear in mind that, almost everybody here at SKO knows them already, and we are still the new kids on the block.
And Stephanie and Chris. Stephanie and Chris
Yes.
are going to be taking this time slot starting on the 16th. I had to count backwards. Flavored Water does.
1, 2,
16 with their Throwback Thursday show.
Yes.
Which I thought was great, considering a lot of the music that I play, especially like leading up. If anybody was following the Facebook page, they know that we've been playing our music for the last 2 hours because we got here kind of early. But I can't lean back in this chair. I have to fix the chair.
Hey, Facebook Live, if at some point Aaron just disappears, he's going to be right down there.
It's going to be because the chair popped on me again. Anyway, but so they're going to be doing their Throwback Thursday show, which is kind of fitting, seeing as that, when we started doing the music, it was a lot of throwback music, and sometimes it is.
Which I do want to point out that, nobody came in here forcing us to move. Nobody came in here demanding anything. We all made decisions based on what was best for the station.
No, they can't. Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. Earl and Dylan.
Bill and Ted.
I'm going to call it. There you go. Earl and Dylan are now known as Bill and Ted.
Which one's Bill?
Earl. Ted kind of Dylan kind of reminds me of a young Keanu Reeves.
A little bit. I can see it.
Too far. We've seen too much. He's fired me like 4 times.
He's fired me.
And I'm still here, so that's all right.
Debbie's fired me.
Oh, Debbie's giving me so many fingers. It's not funny. I feel like I've had a prostate exam. She's giving me so many fingers.
However, this one goes out directly to Earl. Earl has never fired me because us assholes got to stick together.
We have to stick together. We have to.
He knows what I'm talking about.
No, they came to us and they said, "Hey, this is what's going on, and the only, they would like to, they'd like to keep their Thursday time slot." And we said, "Sure." I mean,
Right.
they're coming in, and they have a huge following. They're established, and we want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel welcome, and we want them to enjoy the Thursday night time slot.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to have fun on Saturdays.
Oh, so
I think we're
much
going to have a blast on Saturdays. Saturdays, they're going to give me a chance to highlight a little bit more newer music on the breaks now. So,
Exactly.
Because new music comes out on Fridays, and I have to wait, 6 whole days to put it in the breaks. So that'll be
No
fun.
more.
No more. So, my week, I had to come in early to put together the breaks because every evening this week was something else, going apartment hunting, doing crafts, doing something else. And I'm really looking forward to at least one day this weekend where I can just collapse.
Oh.
Now,
I'm supposed to be moved out by Sunday.
Yep.
I cannot wait for Monday. Just that first chance to say it's done, it's behind me, I'm going to sleep for 18 hours.
like Lord of the Rings, it's
Yeah.
over.
It's over.
It's done.
The ring is in the freaking mountain.
No. But Sunday's going to be a little bit of a anything you want kind of day, and we're gonna touch on this a little bit later. I'm kind of like opening the honeydew list because Sunday would have been my mother-in-law's birthday,
Right.
and I think this is only the second one that she hasn't been around for.
Yeah.
And my wife is still very, very, very sore
Oh, absolutely.
about missing her mom. And so I have offered to buy her steak because she loves my wife, not my mother-in-law. That would be a little cruel.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't do that.
well, as odd as it sounds, we actually have her, we have her on a mantle in our home. So it wouldn't be too hard to, make a steak and just kind of put it on the mantle. There you go, Mom.
I really-
not expect her to do anything with it.
I should not make a joke about this, but
Like
my first
sacrifice.
thought was you at the cemetery with a grill.
Yeah, just grilling steaks right
Hey,
there.
Mom, how do you like it?
And expecting an answer.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
But, I'm kind of leaving it open. It's like, okay, if you want, do you need to buy you steak? Do you want to make you steak? Do you want to buy you go somewhere else? Do you want to go to Goldie's? What? Just let me try to make it as unshitty for you as possible. So I'm still waiting on an answer, but that's fine.
I'll tell you what, the other thing I found kind of comical is, oh, you're sad, honey? I'm going to give you meat.
Yes.
Because that's what men do. Meat fixes everything.
Meat fixes everything. And the funny thing is that usually when women feel bad, it's alcohol and chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Or
Now,
flowers.
Here's the problem, okay? And I'm going to parlay this into a topic we didn't even plan on going into. Why is it that men and women have a completely different idea of alcohol? Now, again, I'm going to preface this by saying, I'm almost 15 years sober. And had I not relapsed, I would have been, holy crap, 92. I would have been, my first go around started in 92, so do the math. I'm very good at this point.
Long ago.
Long ago. I've been sober for a good long time.
Okay.
I have offered on numerous occasions to go down to the Market District where there's a liquor store, a liquor store, not just the liquor store.
Oh no, a very nice
The liquor store, okay, and get her a bottle of Johnny Walker. I mean, good Scotch. I almost said, I'll get you a bottle of Glenlivet.
Ooh,
Okay, single malt.
right?
All right, that's like, like half the electric bill. Okay, the good stuff. And I get shot down every time. It's like, you don't understand. This is like the orgasm of alcoholic beverages. Enjoy.
Right.
Of course, I mean, it's not one of those, you take a shot of it and see if you can, dance topless on the table to the Macarena or something like that. It's a sipping whiskey. You enjoy it. You don't slam it and get drunk. It has that side effect, but still. Women's idea of alcohol is always wine.
Yeah.
Grapes digested by a fungus.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a wino. I'm Italian.
Dude, you drink beer all the time.
I do drink beer all the time because I can't afford wine anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, the cheap stuff is cheap for a reason.
Cheap stuff is cheap for a reason.
But
We are poor.
no, I get where you're coming from because when I'm in a bad mood, having a bad day, whatever, I don't want wine.
Mm-hmm.
I want wine with a good meal.
Mm-hmm.
I want wine when I'm happy. I want liquor and beer when I want to drink myself stupid.
Right. I even said, if you want to settle for, the American crap, I'll get a bottle of Jack Daniels or Jim Beam and throw it in like ginger ale or Diet Coke or whatever, carbonated beverage you want and just sweeten it up. Go, And that way it's like, hey, welcome to the buzz. So
Michelle's saying that she doesn't like to get hammered drunk anymore. Okay, we're not necessarily saying hammered, but it's still okay to drink until you don't feel feelings anymore. And she doesn't like her alcohol to taste like alcohol. There are ways around that.
That's what you say. You take a shot of whiskey, you put it in a glass of Coca-Cola, and then your Coca-Cola just tastes a little strong.
Right?
I mean, at the pinnacle of my drinking, I would take double shot Jack and Coke, and that was my drink all night.
Right.
And it would go down nice and smooth. But, after like 10 of them, the bartender's like, I've been serving you all night. One, I'm not sure why you're still able to walk, but okay, I can see that you can still walk. But still, that's like 20 ounces of alcohol. Go home. Just, I don't care if you're drunk, if you're not drunk or not, go home. Well, can I have one for the road? I just said, get out of here. So I go home where I have another bottle of Jack and do my own. But still, men and women's idea of alcohol is different.
Completely.
And alcohol consumption is different. But then again, if you're in the right mood, you'll drink yourself into I just don't want to remember tonight.
Yep.
And, I'm good. I already realize I'm not going to. So, there's that.
If you're in the right mood, even if it's something you hate, you'll just down it until the taste doesn't bother you anymore and then sip at it.
Right. My first wife was a big thing on pucker.
Yeah.
Now, I had pucker once.
I don't know why.
And I realized why I don't like pucker. Because, okay, here's something where you don't even taste the alcohol at all.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, it's Kool-Aid. And eventually you're going to feel a tingling sensation in your extremities.
Yep.
And for somebody who had, who was a practicing alcoholic, this is like, okay, I could drink this and not feel anything because it is in fact Kool-Aid.
Yep.
So that kind of gets us to one place where I wanted to be, and I'm going to jump on a Facebook Live for a moment here. Where was the thing that I wanted to read other comparisons about men and women? I had that in a picture, so I can actually go into my pictures. Yeah. This was something I had read off earlier and I shared with you and I shared with other people. Where's my camera? Okay. Friendship between women. A woman doesn't come home one day. The next day, she tells her husband she had slept over at a girlfriend's house. The husband calls his wife's 10 best friends. None of them know anything about it. Friendship between men. A man doesn't come home for one night. He comes home the next day and tells his wife he slept over at a friend's house. The wife calls her husband's 10 best friends. 8 of them confirm he had slept over. 2 of them claim he's still there.
Thanks, morons.
So essentially, what you can describe, what you can ascertain from that is that there's one gleaming similarity between men and women.
We cannot lie.
You can't lie for shit. Okay. Either that, or when there's a lie, involving a large group of people, we don't have the forethought to communicate amongst ourselves. Okay, guys. All right. Hey, guys, come here. What's the story? What's the story we're going to tell? We don't do that.
No.
We're just like, fuck it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's no finding the truth because the truth is not out there.
The best thing I saw was somebody made a video called The Guy Code.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a similar situation, girlfriend comes up, you said you were going out with so-and-so last night, and I heard you were at the club. And the guy's like, no, I was out with Tom. She goes, oh yeah, call Tom. So he calls his buddy Tom, and he starts giving him code, because he's like, hey, Tom, what did we do last night, Tiger? So Tom whips out this book and starts flipping through and finds Tiger and figures out, oh, we went to the baseball game. And it just kept going like that. That's what guys need.
we need a code book. We need a code book that lets us say, okay, well, this is how we're going to coordinate our lives.
Women just need to learn how to lie for each other. Even if they're wrong, just...
I think the best one was when someone had said, hey, I thought you were working late. And the other half text back, I am. I said, you sure you're not, out with your friends at the club? I said, what, you don't trust me? You think I'm lying to you, blah, 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 blah. And the other half text back, turn around. And they're the same bar. Just look at you, you're right there.
But that's a different story. That's getting caught.
That's getting caught in a lie. Not being able to tell the lie. Since I'm in the mood for reading things, I want to read this one off. This was sent to me. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to leave the innocent out of this, although, let's face it, they're probably going to chime in and go, yeah, I sent that.
Names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Names have been left out. I'm calling this Days After Sex. And this is how women feel if they've gone a certain amount of days without having sex. Such as day 187 without sex, lost hearing in my left eye. Day 234 without sex, I started a street fight so I could get my hair pulled. Day 175 without sex, I shaved only one leg so when I lay in bed and rub my legs together, it feels like I'm lying next to a man. Day 176 without sex, I gagged on my toothbrush and I liked it. Day 98 without sex, I slammed on my brakes so that my seatbelt could choke me.
Oh, God.
Day 90 without sex, I planted a garden so I could remember what it was like to get down and dirty. Day 283 without sex, a mosquito sucked on my neck and I moaned a little bit. Dude, it's really bad that we can both do that really well. Day 283 without sex, I just rubbed my own thigh and asked myself, so what are you trying to do?
Come here often.
Day 400 without sex, I dropped the soap in the shower and told myself to bend over. That I want to see that one happen. Like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next at that point? Day 113 without sex. My hairdresser pulled my hair out a little too hard and I accidentally called him Daddy. Oh, Daddy.
Daddy.
I was with one person in the entirety of my life that actually did that, and I had to stop. I actually stopped dead in the middle of it. I'm like, okay, you know what? It crawled back in. I can't.
Yep.
There's just that's kind of like a line for me.
That's an absolute line.
I can't. I just no, and it's like, but you're my big sexy dad. I'm like, no, folks,
no.
I just asked you not to do that, and you're trying to justify why you're doing it. Just don't.
Well, and here's the thing. It was a line for me before I had kids,
Mm-hmm.
but now that I have 2 daughters,
yeah,
God no, don't
Please
do
don't.
it. I might actually hit a woman at that point. Don't do it.
Day 316 without sex. Don't chew my steak so I could choke on some meat. I should have waited for you to swallow your beer.
Whew.
There you go. You ready?
Yep,
Can I
go.
continue? Okay.
Go for it.
I just sit back up because I'm not in the mic. There we go. Day 53 without sex. Lightweight. Day 53 without sex. Went to the beach today so the waves could smack my ass. Day 321 without sex. My mama whipped my ass with a belt and I accidentally moaned. We're currently not speaking. Oh, Daddy.
Oh, God.
Day 478 without sex. Called the cops on myself so I could get handcuffed again. I'm just going to leave this as a visual.
Oh, Jesus.
Day 132 without sex. Went to church for the first time, wanting to remember what it was like to be on my knees.
That's wrong. That's so wrong. It's time for Father McFeeling's private pat and chat.
This moved the third hour of the show to the first, so you'll enjoy it. Day 98 without sex. I ate 2 Popeyes biscuits without water, so it would choke me. Yeah. It's a visual involving Bruce Jenner. Just go with your imagination at that point. Day 489 without sex. The demon I see in the corner of the room when I have sleep paralysis, looking kind of cute now. Didn't quite get that one, but that's okay.
If you have sleep paralysis and are seeing demons in the corner of the room, sex is the last
thing
issue you need
about.
to deal with.
Day 944 without sex. Made some mac and cheese just to stir it and hear the sound of clapping some cheese.
Whew, sound effects.
It's pretty bad that I know how to do that. I've been in radio too damn long.
Mac and cheese is moist. Oh, God. You know it. Oh, that's going to be a long show when we move the third hour to the first hour.
Get it out of the way.
Oh, I can't wait to see what happens in the third hour.
And it gets even better.
Whew.
Yeah, so I was talking about what I want to do for Saturday. And that I opened up the honey-do list. And you were mentioning, yes, earlier in the week, that the whole idea of a honey-do list is, how did you put it? A little bit, go ahead.
Well, first of all, for anybody that might not know, a honey-do list is a list that boyfriends and husbands get of things they want, or things that the wives and girlfriends want done around the house. And typically it goes, honey, will you do this? Honey, will you do that? Honey, will you do that? So it becomes a honey-do list. The first thought was, what would happen if we gave our wives a honey-do list? What kind of shitstorm would that open up? So you want to take that one for a moment? What would happen in your home if you gave your wife a honey-do list?
I do. The difference is I don't refer to it as a honey-do list because I've learned from that mistake. More specifically, I've learned that I can't stand being given a honey-do list.
Right.
I know what needs to get done. If I need reminders, I need reminders because my brain only has about 4 gigs of space left.
And typically I'm going to say, hey, can you remind me to do this?
So, definitely, here's, and if I'm handed a list of things that need to get done, I'm going to be like, crumple it up and, okay, yeah, thank you. But, I have, but my honey-do list for my wife is more along the lines of I wait until she's up at like 11 o'clock, noon, whatever. And then I'll just, send like a text reminder, hey, don't forget to, call so-and-so, do this or look this up or, do this or do that. Because, these are things that we talked about the night before when she was up until, whenever, and I went to sleep 4 hours ago. And I just want to make sure she hadn't forgotten. So, I can almost imagine that if I handed her a list that said honeydew and with this laundry list of stuff. It would probably be retaliated in kind with all of the stuff that she was supposed to do that she couldn't get to because she did all that stuff on that list first and then didn't do anything else. It's like, all right, it would turn into a massive shit show.
Oh yeah.
So
I would never hear the end of it.
it would turn into a massive shit show.
But then it got me thinking,
Mm-hmm.
if men can be given a honey-do list,
Mm-hmm.
can we get away with giving women a honey-don't list? And what would that list say?
I don't think we would be able to get away with giving them a honey don't list. I know that we have a honey don't list in our head. Every man has a honey don't list.
Running through their brain every single day.
Oh no, it's a work in progress.
Oh yeah,
It's
constantly growing.
It started the day we met them, and it just grew from there. It's
You know that scene in the Santa Claus?
It's like a box of Legos.
Yes.
You started with one, and now you have like the fucking Death Star
Right?
built in your head.
Or I was going to say like that scene in the Santa Claus where they bring him the FedEx box and they say, this is the naughty list. And then he opens his door and there's just boxes and boxes and boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. It starts with like one sheet of paper, and before you know it, it's your life's work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what's on your honey don't list?
See, here's the difference between you asking me that question and me asking you.
Your wife's already on Facebook Live.
So that I can tell you the things she knows are on my honey don't list and probably get away with it. She's like, all right, yeah, I know. And you could go on and on and on, and Cassie would never be the wiser.
Well, you're safe for another 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, and then I get home and I'll have the
What's this
What-
you don't want me to do?
what is on? Yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to ask you to go first.
Well, I'm going to start with, don't wake me up at 2 a.m. to tell me there's a dead mouse in the mousetrap. I promise you, I'll find it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Let me sleep. It's still going to be there to clean up. Don't wake me up for stupid shit. That's like number 1 on my honey don't list. Don't wake me up for stupid shit.
Don't tell me a story you've already told me like 4 times. Now, I get that you've forgotten the first 3. And it's become a thing where it's like been a gentle reminder. It's like, okay, now you realize it's the 5th time you told me that story. Oh, I forgot.
Please don't forget again.
Or better still,
Honey don't list. Please don't forget again.
or better still, and we refer to this in our house as the PBS special. When I need to know something, please tell me what I need to know.
Yes.
If I'm bored, if I'm tired, if I need something to stimulate me, I will let you tell me whatever backstory I don't care about.
Yeah.
But today is not that day.
I need the facts.
Tomorrow is not looking good either.
I don't care that Becky got out of bed and stubbed her toe and then jumped in her purple car that she bought 10 years ago because her dog died and then her boyfriend left her, but she found a new boyfriend, but he had a girlfriend on the side. And the moral of the story is, I went shopping with Becky, don't tell her boyfriend. Just cut straight to, I went shopping with Becky, don't tell her boyfriend.
Because I'm gonna get fixated on Becky stubbed her toe.
Yeah.
Let me tell her boyfriend.
At some point, I'm going to be like, dude, why does Becky have a purple car?
Yeah, I'm gonna get fixated on the wrong thing, and I'm gonna tell her boyfriend. Then it's like, wait a second. That's the part that I was supposed to remember.
Yeah.
But forgot because, Oh.
Honey, don't list. Don't. Okay. It's cute.
Don't eat guacamole in front of me. It's nasty. I've changed my children's diapers. I know what comes out of their butt, and it looks like guacamole. Don't eat deviled eggs in front of me. And I will try my darndest not to eat gefilte fish in front of you. I take it with me to work.
I'm going to preface this one by saying it's cute, especially early on in the relationship when you steal my t-shirt or steal my sweatshirt.
She still has a sweatshirt I haven't gotten back.
We've been married 10 freaking years. Don't steal my favorite shirt every week. It's my favorite shirt. I want to wear it.
And all her shirts are like the big open
Yes.
V-neck, so I can't wear them because I look, like Ben.
I've got 40 other t-shirts. Steal one of those. Save me the one with Rob Zombie's wife on the front. I don't know. Yes, I do have a shirt with Rob Zombie's wife on it. It's just
Rob Zombie is a wife.
yeah. She's fairly hot, or at least was fairly hot. He's a freak, and I don't know.
I was
how
gonna
that
say,
happened.
I'm kind of taken aback by that. I'm like, he's not the, he's not the.
Don't get me wrong. She's kind of a weirdo and a freak, just like him. So I can kind of see how that came together.
So she's kind of like the LA Ink lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you look at them side by side, your first thought is, how did that? No. How? And then you just have an aneurysm and fall over.
Then you kind of realize, well, maybe she just married his money.
Maybe.
I mean, he does have Rob Zombie money.
But then she talks and does things, and you're like, oh, I get psychos.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
There you go. You're sharing the brain cell. All right.
Cassie is totally going to steal my Manpocalypse shirt. I'm just telling you that right now, Michelle. It's going to happen. She stole my SKO shirt. I had to get another one. Stop stealing my favorite shirts.
Hey, we have the snorter.
We have the snorter is watching.
Oh man, I need to start recording. You got a big shirts for you, snort. She's gonna. She if she doesn't hate for as much as she hates me now, she's gonna really hate me now that I call her snort.
We're gonna get her on the line tonight and get her snorting again.
So other things on
Honey don't list.
on the honey don't list. Oh, don't cackle. I'm a little bit afraid of it. Oh my goodness! I'll tell you what. You think the cackling is bad? Have you heard Bella's maniacal laugh?
Yes.
Oh my God!
It's
That child is going to take over the world.
oh yeah.
So I want to make
There's
a point
evil
here.
in that child.
I need to make a point here. The charming young lady who was gracious enough to spend the entirety of an evening last evening just joined us on Facebook Live. Christina.
Aww.
So we need to rise up here.
Thank
Watch the
you.
shirts. They turned out great. We love them.
Love them.
Good job. We are very, very proud of them.
My wife is gonna love it. This is the only time I'm gonna get to wear it.
The wives will steal them and we will never see them again.
Yep.
So back to the honey
Honey
don't.
don't list.
Yeah, I was talking about that. I mean, it's the cackle is one thing. I mean, I've lived with the cackle since I've been Michelle.
Yeah.
That maniacal laugh. I mean, you don't even have to like coax it out of her. It's just kind of there.
It's just there.
Oh my God. And she'll just laugh at something and it'll be that maniacal laugh. And I'm like, if I get you a chemistry set, the fucking world's gonna explode.
Yep.
That's it.
What are you gonna do tonight, Dad? Try to take over the world.
I'm gonna be the pinky to her brain. Well, I think so, right? But I don't think they have the rubber pants in all size. The throwback there, huh?
Right back there.
It's
I wonder how many people have any clue what you were just talking about.
Pinky in the brain. Everybody who is listening right now has got to know a little bit about Pinky in the brain.
I sure as hell hope so.
It's just, I actually remember. Well, I think so, brain. But what's a Regis filming? Anyway.
All right, so honey, don't list. Don't ask me to do something 10 minutes after you asked me the first time. I will get to it. I will get to it that day. And if I don't, just stop asking me. I'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not high on my priority list right now. Maybe, I don't know.
Does something that's high on your priority list need to be high on mine? Discuss.
Not necessarily. It depends on the priority. For example, my house.
Honey, the baby's on fire. That's a priority.
That's both of our priorities. Honey, we're
Honey, I
5
need to-
miles from home. I left the baby at home. Holy shit, that's our priority.
Honey, I think I forgot to record. I think I forgot to set the DVR to record Friends. Yeah, that's not a priority.
Yeah, no. Honey, we're moving out of this house. Would you please set some mouse traps? I don't care at this point. Let the mice chew through every part of the house. I don't care.
Spread peanut butter on the walls. I'm going to do what you did here. Only I'm using my teeth like a man. I'll get yelled at for it, but
Well, I did that, and then apparently I didn't bite off enough, so I had to get out the knife.
he didn't bite off enough, so he had to get out the knife.
Hey, we're both having trouble getting into our meat tonight.
My meat. It's a giant meat tube. Oh, I threw out my garbage for once. Oh, crap, I have garbage. All right.
Honey, don't list.
Honey, don't list.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We actually moved on to do your priorities have to match mine.
Do your
That's
priorities
first.
have it? Yeah.
You know what?
Hmm.
Should we open the lines for this one?
Let's. 330-871-4422. 330-871-4422. We want to hear from you. Honey do's, honey don'ts, priorities, mixing and matching.
What matters, what doesn't?
What matters, what doesn't. I do not want to install an update. Stop asking me. Go ahead. What? All right. Computers.
Well,
It's what I do.
I'm just going to say this
I was
because
I was thinking. I'm sorry to walk all over you, but hey, I'm a lot louder than you.
all right, you're bigger. It's all right.
I'm that guy. Today was one of those red letter days at work where it makes me glad and ashamed at the same time to be doing help desk work because I literally had some of the dumbest situations. I had one guy. I asked him, it's like, okay, one of the things that he needed to do was reset his password. There's one place that you can go when you're not, you for sure can put in a temporary password, and it'll ask you to change it. So I said, can you go into a web browser and navigate to website this? No, I can't. I'm sorry. You can't navigate to a website. I said this out loud so the people around me could realize I'm dealing with one of those.
Right.
I'm sorry. You can't navigate to a website? And I literally heard laughing. Like, oh, he's got one. And the guy did not know how to navigate to it. He was trying to navigate to a website through his mail program.
Right. Was it my dad?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure. Your dad doesn't work where it works. So. I had, what was another one?
My dad has the computer and just technological competency of a rock.
And another guy who was having trouble logging in. He said he just recently changed his password, but he didn't know if it took. I looked his account up. He did not change his password. So I told him, I said, it looks like you have the same password that you've had since June. Why don't you try using the old password? Well, let me type in the new password and see what happens. What the hell did I just say? I'm like, hello, McFly. I could do at least a segment, if not an entire show, on a day in the life of technical support.
You know what? Next week, we'll do it 50-50. Technical support, automotive support.
Oh my god. Oh.
One of my
Are you sure it's not broken, lady?
One of my all-time favorites, we've got a caller coming in.
Oh, hello. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the show. The woman who makes all the decisions for me in my house. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michelle. Hello, Michelle. How you doing? Oh, did I? Wait. Oh.
All right.
There you go. And thank you for calling in and reminding me I had to turn the monitors back up. So what did I do wrong this time? Holy crap.
We're losing the line.
Why am I not recording this? I need this on record. Hang on a second. I need to turn the record back on.
She actually, there's no documentation of that.
Yeah. Well, it's in the Facebook, so maybe. Anyway.
So yeah, under no circumstances have I ever thought, gee, I have to use like friends as much as I do. I actually, it felt kind of weird that I went to an event last weekend without telling me where I was going. That was awkward. You didn't want to know where I was going. You didn't really care when I was going. And that was weird, but I didn't care that it wasn't a priority. I was glad that I was able to go and have some fun. That Bella was able to handle having fun with us. But no, it didn't feel like it needed to be a priority of yours. You got to have some fun time at home. Do it, whatever you want to do, or what you need to do without really on your toe or just like hanging out. Cool. So no, priorities don't have to match up. You people in a relationship do not have to do everything together. Do not have to have some family because really quite honestly, if you do, it's boring.
Right. And to preface for everybody else listening, it wasn't that I really didn't care. What the issue at hand was that it was another one of those weeks where it was so jam-packed with everything that was going on top of which I was responsible for having to be on call at work Sunday night, which caused me to miss the Stand Pie event. But I needed to spend Saturday doing nothing. I needed to be at home. I needed to try to sleep as much as possible, just stay home, envelop myself in movies and shitty snacks. And I told her when she wanted to say, when she said, well, Bella and I are going to, and I started doing this, I started doing Zip It. And I did that to such extent, and I paid the price. Because now Bella started doing that to her too. To an extent that it was actually pissing both of us off. And I had to actually admonish Bella. I'm like, Mom does not want you to do that. You need to stop. And she started to get a little upset that she didn't get to play along, but she was taking it to a level. It's like, no, I was having fun. You're pissing off your mom.
Right.
But the thing was that do whatever you want to do. I don't care. Take the car, go to Columbus. I don't care. I just, have a good time, enjoy yourself, be where you want to be with who you want to be with. I'm going to stay here. As a matter of fact, don't bother telling me. Don't tell me where you're going. Don't tell me what you're doing. I don't need to know. It's not that I didn't care. I don't need to. I wanted to, I didn't want to have to think, oh my God, where's she now? What is she doing over there? Just like, is she okay? Is she going to be able to get home? Blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to sleep so that I could do what I needed to do. Yep.
Now, I didn't think you didn't care. I was just surprised you didn't want to hear it. That was just kind of one of those, okay, thank you for the trust.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was very awkward. It wasn't bad. It was just awkward. And a little bit, okay.
It was awkward that I trusted my wife to go out and have a good time with her friends.
No. That's not it.
I'm waiting for, who was it at the end of the show last week that we had, that was Victoria. Oh, Victoria would have fun with that. No, and then I come to find out where they went to the fairgrounds, to the Irish Festival, to listen to, what was it, Gaelic Storm?
Yes, and you thanked me for not.
And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't go. I'm not that big on Irish stuff. I'm not Irish.
Right.
So it doesn't really.
You would have had a blast.
I probably would have enjoyed it.
It would have been just like, okay. And then it was an outdoor concert in the rain. So,
Oh, yeah.
So
would you like to rethink your answer?
It depends on how much of the crowd was women.
Probably a lot.
So what you're saying is
but
Irish drunken wet t-shirt contest for free.
Featuring Deb.
And one of them was taking off the pictures with a photo fiance the entire time. And I'm thinking, how much does this woman
Mhm.
And the whole time.
It's an Irish festival. You don't have to ask how much you drink. It's like, when do you plan on stopping?
Get on up here and shake your hips for everyone.
That was great. Wow.
They had a Irish shot tent right next to this particular stage. Where you could go in and you could collect your shots before you go into the concert. And then when you went up into the bleachers, they had a beer stand at the bleachers so that while you were in the concert, you did not have to leave the bleachers to go get more beer.
Okay, so yes, I would have
Brilliant
enjoyed it.
marketing.
There you go.
Really.
I
would have
played.
enjoyed it in the rain. I
I
would have
played.
enjoyed it if I was in pain.
I played that shot song during the right before we came on the air. I didn't realize how vulgar that song
Yeah,
is.
I know.
I'm waiting for Earl to call and go, yeah,
Hey, guys, please don't.
don't play that. I'm like, it's in the library. I figured it was fair game. I walked away and I came back and I heard like every other word was F, and I'm like,
Right.
waiting for the text from Deb, but no, it went
Well,
through.
I'll tell you.
And then I
what.
played Freebird for 9 minutes, so I made up for it.
That made up for it. We're getting close to a break time, so I'm going to ask this question with reference to priorities, since this all started with a honeydew list, and everybody can think
We
about
can
it.
we can
during
hold off
break.
on the break for just a moment. You know what?
Okay,
I wanna
this
hear
could
this.
open a can of
I
worms.
want to hear this. I was put on a spot, and it's your turn. Michelle,
Oh God.
what's on your honey don't list?
My honey don't live. Dear God, honey don't put it over your hand. Very much. I am so far from wanting you to touch me when I hear you do that. I'm like,
I guarantee my wife has "Don't Dutch Up" in me somewhere on that list.
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm sorry, but she's got me dead to rights. There isn't anywhere in the house I would do that. I'm like, there's toilet paper, tissues just about everywhere in here. And then I take a tissue and pull it off of my hand and throw it away. Like, I have created an extra step in blowing my nose because apparently the feel of a booger in my hand makes me
It's
feel like a man.
amazing.
I've actually, I have people tell me because Ella doesn't understand how to blow the nose yet. And they
God forbid, don't let me teach her.
Yeah.
Don't do what Daddy does.
There's a lot of don't do what Daddy does. Only she was just telling me last night she was eating Cheerios like me. By the handful. Her hands are bigger than her mouth.
Right?
Okay. So she cannot fit an entire handful. I can fit a handful of Cheerios in my mouth. I have a big mouth. I have a big mouth.
Oh my.
Oh my. But that's so hot.
Oh
But-
my God.
But hers are not. She has big hands and a tiny mouth. And so, when she's sitting here trying to jam, 27 Cheerios into her mouth, and I'm like, I'm grateful that the Cheerios have holes in the middle, because if she starts to choke on one, at least she'll still be able to breathe because there's a little air hole.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, that was yesterday morning, and I was in sport therapy, and I'm sitting here in the back of my head, and I'm like, Aaron, why do you have to shove food in your mouth like you're in a race? Because she's learning from you, and all I can think of was French fries the other night, and how I watched you shovel like 7 French fries in your mouth at the same time. I'm thinking to myself, it's not a race.
I have a theory on that.
French fries will still be there.
No, we went to a McDonald's we don't normally go to, and their idea of medium is not the same as like a normal McDonald's. So I feel like we got chipped off in the fries, and I needed to eat my share of fries before I couldn't. And it felt territorial. It felt like I need to ingest these fries before they're gone. Because they're
Mongo wants fries.
Mungo wants fries, because they would in fact not be there later.
I don't think our daughter does like steal French fries.
Oh,
But she doesn't steal with a handful. She's a little girl, she goes one, she sees Daddy shovel a handful, she thinks, oh, thanks, I didn't put that many in my mouth at once. And then Daddy's having me dirty looks from Mommy while he's trying to act like the little girl.
this story goes is that
Why would you ever give him a dirty look for trying to save his daughter's life?
I had to think.
I'm aware of that.
when Sam was like 2 or 3, I had taken him to McDonald's, and he choked on a French fry, and I had to finger sweep the French fry out of him. And so I put my finger in his mouth, and I grabbed the end of the French fry, and I pulled, and I could still see this happening in slow motion as I'm pulling this French fry out of his mouth. This French fry came out to be about 6 inches long, and we're talking about the trachea of a 3-year-old.
Right.
And I'm thinking, where the hell did you put this? And as it's coming out, it just isn't ending. And I'm looking at this like, what the hell? You know, it's like pulling the sword out of the guy that swallows the sword.
I was waiting to hear you say you were pulling the French fry out and he's chomping after it. Like,
No, because after that, there was the wailing that never happened.
that's mine, Dad.
Dad, you just put your finger down my throat. That didn't feel good.
Right.
Imagine it didn't, but thanks. You are no longer dying. Exactly, because that'll go over really well. So if the only thing that's on her honey don't list is me snotting into my hand, I imagine that the list is a little more comprehensive.
I'm gonna say it's probably longer.
It's just that it's like, hey, it's 8 o'clock, and the other things on the list, I'm just not gonna say
It could go for a while.
on the radio. Are we coming back after the break and going into it?
It's very possible.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
All right.
We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna ask you to call back because hey, I don't know how to mute this guy.
That's all right.
So we're gonna take a break here. Great new music here that I got this week. Brand new Imagine Dragons. Brand new.
I don't
Brand
know
spanking
why I should not like them as much as I do.
I love Imagine
But I
Dragons.
love
I love Imagine Dragons. Brand new Shinedown, brand new Hailstorm, brand new Good Charlotte. Okay. And a very interesting cover by a band called Project Vela. The cover of Hey You by Pink Floyd. I absolutely love this cover. I think you will too. You're listening to the Manpocalypse radio show here on the SKO Radio Network. We'll be back eventually. Oh.
Did we save it in time?
Yeah. Oh, good Lord. I feel bad for having to dump that recording based on the fact that I thought it was the recording that was bleeding over. It was just our phones. Damn it, that makes me feel like shit. We're special. But live and learn. I know, like I said, I knew the recording worked. I literally had to look over and make sure we weren't hot. I knew it worked because I did it. I was watching. I did a live. I recorded a live feed. I recorded that live video about the Stan Pyatt thing while I was recording the kids show.
Right.
So. But hey.
Too many chords.
Can I see the back of the shirts? Okay, yeah. There you go.
What does yours say?
Dude, what does yours say?
Sweet.
The
What does yours say?
the comment feed on the computer is so far behind from the.
Oh, big time.
That's all right. I've lost track of.
Some more of you watching better call in.
Oh my goodness! I turned around and I can't believe how fat I look on the screen. Okay. Good thing your dad doesn't listen to or watch the show, Mike. When you were ripping on him about the computer stuff. Ooh.
I'm sorry that we're a little bit behind in the comments, folks. We kind of get into what we're doing here, but we're having fun. If you're listening in on the, what are we talking about here? If you're listening in on the TuneIn app or online at skoradio.com, there's a little bit of a delay between the stream and the Facebook feed, and that's fine. We've got some good music playing for you. But tune in, enjoy. And apparently I'm not playing, you know what, that's fine, I don't want to play, well, I better play the ads. I'll get yelled at if I don't play the ads. Not yelled at, but still. Let's see. Thank you, Brandy, or Snort. I've been told I get to call you Snort now, Brandy, so. I keep playing with this meat stick. I'm like, I should actually eat. I had a sandwich before we came on the air, so not really hungry, but that's okay. Uh-oh. Victoria's online now. That is not why I'm getting up, though. Brandy, we probably could come up with something better than that, but you probably appreciate it a whole lot less. We can talk about what I had for dinner when I get home. It wasn't anything bad. Good food. Good food, good meat. Downstairs watching Aaron eat my meat stick. So his meat stick is so long I can eat it from downstairs. Yeah, Mike, it's a little chewy. You might want to start working out a little bit more. Make Mike pick that up. Let's put it this way, Mike. I've had better, but not much.
No, it's not moist. Again, it's chewy. Mike's gonna trip on my water bottle. It's gonna be funny.
Oh God!
Told you. These are good, like low carb snacks, and I enjoy them. I like jerky better though.
So
The
do I,
texture.
but it's more
These are
expensive.
just like it is. Oh my god, dude! We're still broadcasting, so I'm not going to name names. But there's a 1 pound bag that I get online from the big online store, and if anybody has ever asked if Mike plays an instrument,
I play the meat stick.
he plays his own instrument.
God, we're fucked up.
Mostly because no one's going to play it for him. That's probably one of the things that's on the honey dog list. Stop asking me to play your instrument.
Sometimes you gotta take matters into your own hands.
Uh-oh. Bella's going to get on the air next.
All right.
I still, to this day, cannot get over the fact that she called us from the bathtub.
Yeah.
What other radio station, what other radio show on, what other radio station, wherever else on the planet can ever say, we had a naked 6-year-old call in? And be
You need to play the disclaimer right
and,
now.
and be proud of it.
Play the disclaimer.
The views and opinions of this show, the views and opinions expressed here on the Manpocalypse belong to us two, nobody else. Not the station, not the sponsors, not the affiliates, just us. Because we're kind of foobar.
Little snafu.
Wow.
This does not taste like a Philly cheesesteak. It's supposed to taste like a Philly cheesesteak. It does not. Epic fail, Slim Jim. Epic fail.
Hey, look, it fits my ear nicely.
That's gonna taste good.
So we have this game where Bella likes it when I put her binkies in my ear, so she can put them out and listen to them pop. I do stupid shit that she likes because she.
Why is Daddy deaf?
That's not the half of it. You think that's probably another thing that's going to end up on the honey don't list.
Stop putting dumb things in your ears.
Stop
for the
putting-
amusement
stop-
of our child.
No, stop putting things in your ears that Bella puts in her mouth. Because here's the fun part. The first time she did it, she took it out of my ear, put it in her mouth, took it out, and wiped it off. Like, vigorously. And then every other time afterwards, she just started wiping it off. I'm like, yes, Daddy's ears taste disgusting. I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes. When is Brandy supposed to cook for everyone? That's kind of a loaded question, Brandy. You can't ask that kind of stuff here. It's been a while for us. Well,
What are you cooking for us? Call in.
did you say when or what?
I said, when?
That's what she wanted to know.
We're waiting on you.
Finally, it's penis sized. I'm not going to jail. I'm taking you all with me.
you've been told to zip it.
I told you. I told you. Hang on a second. Bella, zip it. Nope, nope. Zip it. Who is Robert?
My buddy. I don't think you've had the pleasure of meeting him
Mhm.
yet.
I'm cooking.
I thought it was called the Meatgasm.
I thought it. No, it was the Manpocalypse.
Okay, but what
Okay, we know what you're cooking. When?
That's what she wants to know.
WHEN.
I can fell it a Spinger fellet. Spinger fellet.
Fingerfell.
We know words good.
Now you know why I need sleep.
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Apparently I met Robert at the church.
What was that?
Robert says I met him at the church.
Yeah, at the photo shoot. Tall redneck dude. Had the big red truck.
You realize I was on Percocet that day.
Yeah.
So I
Do you
barely
remember
remember.
who Brandy is?
I barely remember meeting Brandy. I just
Okay.
remember that she hates me.
He doesn't remember you, man.
But again, drugs, legal drugs.
He was high on painkillers.
She's still going on about Zip It.
Look, I'm Zippy Longstocking.
So thanks to your
Set a date for you to cook. You should have been here tonight, an hour ago.
I think because of your meat stick, I found it sore on my tongue.
Awesome.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good. I have to air out my tongue. Oh.
Okay, yes, I like this. I like this version.
Yep.
I'm not sure who you were talking to, Michelle, but I'm disturbed either way.
I think she was talking to Brandy. Brandy needs to put her meat in your mouth.
No.
I've seen Brandy's meat. Its mouth's not big enough. My mouth's not big enough. That's saying something. After I'm done with this water, I'm going to put some Mountain Dew in here. And just some wake up juice.
What's really, Brandy?
I love how she speaks in segments.
I think she's referring to the fact that you said her mouths are not big enough for her meat.
Oh, crap. Hello. Oh, Yeah. Sorry. Quiet Part.
Panic!
It's been a while since I actually listened to this song all the way through. Yeah, there's a quiet part in the middle.
Wasn't demanding. I was saying it was supposed to be here.
Wrapped in a pretty bow.
Steaming bowl of meat right here for us to enjoy.
Brandy's steaming bowl of meat for everybody to enjoy.
That was Project Veil. They cover Pink Floyd's Hey You.
That was pretty badass.
So if the last time you've heard that song you were tripping out on acid, try enjoying it sober. It's actually a pretty good song. Water. It's good for you. Makes you burp. 330-871-4422. 330-871-4422. We are still talking about priorities. We are still talking about honey-do and honey-don't lists.
Call in and tell us what you think.
We were going to, oh, crap. My walls are going to cry again.
Oh, great.
Yay! Well, yeah, we talked about that at the top of the show. But, you know, hey, it's raining in Brunswick, so rock on. When do we want to, are we saving the poll results for later, or are we going to keep
Yeah,
going?
we'll save the poll results for a little
We
bit.
are still doing the honey, maybe I'll do this for you if you, butter my biscuit the right way. List.
Nice.
We were talking in the break about other things that I'm anticipating are going to be on my honey don't list, especially when it comes down to honey, please don't teach the baby to do stupid shit like zip it. Did that story make it on the air? Did I tell the whole story on the break?
I
I told the whole story in the break. No, I
it's on
did
the air.
because right. Okay. See,
We don't know what we're doing.
this is another.
That really is
Let me tell you
just water, folks.
Let me tell you, this is another reason that I'm really looking forward to the show moving to Saturdays. My Thursdays are beyond FUBAR. I have to get up at 4 a.m., which is like an hour and a half earlier than I normally get up, so that I can leave at a decent hour to get to work early, so they can leave work early to come down here to finish the show prep, to do the show, and then come in, do the show, leave here at, what time do we leave? We leave at 10.
10.
And then I get home 11-ish. Sometimes, depending on what route I take, I get home after 11.
Right?
And then hopefully I fall asleep before midnight. I am up for a straight 20 hours.
Yeah.
And I am creeping up on, hour 16 of that. And I am looped. I am
We
grateful
get
that
slap happy. That's what this show does on Thursday nights. We get slap happy.
I am grateful that somebody stocked Mountain Dew in the fridge, because I'm probably going to start freebasing that. But Saturdays now I can just sleep into whenever, come here, do the show, go home, go to sleep, and sleep until whenever Sunday.
Yep.
Rock on. We have, wait a second, Bella. What's that, Bella? Oh, that was for Mom. Bella, play that up. Oh, so I just heard her in the background.
Right. I thought she said zip it.
I thought. We finally got her to stop saying zip it. There you go. Oh, you still have the earplugs in.
Ah.
Okay. Dad, you're doing crazy things on your show. Zip it. Moist. Well, okay, for one reason. Oh, there we go. That's right. Hey, the phones are on. The monitor is on. Sorry, Brandy, thank you for reminding me. I have to turn that up so that everybody can hear you talking. Yeah, so,
Hola, ¿qué pasa? ¿Cómo está ustedes?
yeah, so we had contractors painting something in the back of our house yesterday. And so I wanted to check on them, make sure they weren't doing anything shady. So I went by and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they just kind of looked at me odd. And my wife said, "Yeah, they're those contractors." I'm like, "Oh." So I said, "Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien." And that is the extent of the Spanish I know. That's it. I'm done. I literally that's aside from Nachos Belgrande, that's it.
You should have just gone on that.
I faked it. I totally faked it. I was gonna ask Google Translate to translate if you wanted me to move the table, but I was like no, because if I get that in depth, he's gonna think I know how to speak Spanish, and I can't stick my phone in his face and go Google what the hell did he say. She's been hanging out with the contractors. You can tell.
Yeah, hell.
She's been hanging out with the contractors.
She's smart in things.
She's smart, but I can cook. So there you go. That's why we have a house that hasn't died yet. It cries.
It cries.
It cries. The walls
It's
cry.
in pain. I'd have totally been that guy. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
And that's it.
Chalupa.
Chalupa.
Nachos pero grande.
He'll look at you like it.
Baja Blast.
And he will utter the only words he can in English. Get the fuck out, man.
You know what, I'm sorry to take this little digression further, but I'll never forget sitting in my Spanish class in high school and our Spanish teacher telling us about her experience the first time she went to Mexico. And she asked the waiter
She saw a donkey show.
if they had
Oh, God.
any cheese there. And if you happen to know Spanish, well, cheese in Spanish translates to bread. So she asked her waiter if he had any chichis there.
I have chichis. They're fabulous chichis. Sugar tits. Sugar tits. Well, no, actually, who was it? Somebody had said that because of my diabetes, I should be referred to as Splenda Tits.
Dylan.
Dylan, yes. Our VP Dylan said I should be referred to as Splenda Tits.
Right, because you're exactly right.
Right, exactly.
Right?
And
You get sugar tits, what do you think?
Hey, I can be sugar tits. He can be Splenda tits.
There
That's
you
all right. We just need sweet and low.
that's Ben. No, Ben is sweet and low. Ben is sweet and low, and Dylan is equal. One of these days he's gonna call and just raise holy hell. Hey, I played Wham for him. He should be grateful. Yeah, Splenda Tits. There you go.
What's that new sugar that everybody's all hype? Stevia.
That's too many syllables. It's well, so is pot, but you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, let's see, everybody's trying to point out the fact that it's not so natural. Stevia is so natural, it's not a chemical, it's not be a rat poison, and you're not gonna die from it.
That we know of.
I love how she doesn't breathe when she talks. Like, get a breath in once in a while. So we left off.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What is she like in a fight? Like, does she do that whole, I swear to God, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then just keep on going, and all of a sudden she goes and keep going? Like, is there that pause to actually catch a breath 10 minutes in?
I will say this, and I will leave it as I don't want to get incredibly public with it. I will leave it at this. Our fights, if they had ever gotten, if the severity of our fights had ever gotten physical, someone would have been hospitalized for life. We fight
hard. When we are in absolute, complete disagreement in something, it's like, I am going to make you feel, I'm going to murder you with my words.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to cut you down, and I'm going to do it so loquaciously that when we get done and we go into separate rooms, the first thing you're going to do is pull out a thesaurus and go, what the hell was that? And you know, the thing is, it's gotten better. We have not had one of those fights in a while. And when we have, we've made up really quickly. You know, we realize what we've done, and we make amends pretty quickly. So with that's pretty good.
Right.
But oh my God, it's like I can sense the neighbors are listening in, waiting to hear something crash. As soon as they hear something crash, they're going to call the cops. Because it's like you know what? It sounds like a WWE promo. Our fights sound like a WWE promo. It sounds like Triple H and The Rock just going at it against each other, telling them what we think of them and what we're going to do to them next Sunday at WrestleMania. If that was too loud for the broadcasting audience, I do apologize. But you know,
Actually, that was pretty good.
yeah.
Do you ever actually walk out of the room after the fight and wonder to yourself, I didn't know that I knew that word? I've actually done that. Like,
I made up
seriously,
words.
I used that word correctly. I think I heard that word for the first time and last time in 4th grade. Like, seriously, where did that word come from?
I've made up words. I've just made shit up. I've just been so mad that I'm just let verbal diarrhea spew out. I don't care. And there's the cackle. See, now Brandy has to call in.
Brandy?
Hey, Snorts.
Come here, Snort. Here, Snort.
Oh. Now, see, remember
Come here, Snort.
the one you really hate didn't do that to you, so points. I may get out of the doghouse yet. Anyhow.
Snort.
So okay. Was there anything else you wanted to dredge out about my personal life from moving forward?
I really wasn't trying to like figure out how bad you guys really fight. I was just trying to figure out if she speaks so fast for so long, and then there's that like almost movie-like pause where she catches a breath and goes right back into it.
Oh no, her pauses come from me, because when she says something that I don't approve of, I what's up, Ella?
She says it's raining outside.
It's raining outside. Is she actually trying to talk, or is she just like talking out loud?
She's just talking out loud.
Okay, so stop trying to talk to her. It's not going to work. Okay, got it. So no. Usually it's like I'll just like get her pauses come from me, because it's like, okay, you're going to shut up and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to be really loud about it. So you know,
I mean, in all honesty, we could have a regular show on, you know, fights and the stupid things we do. You know, like you get so mad that regular words don't come out. It's just like gumdrops, mayonnaise, turkey tits. I'm pissed. You know,
well, when they get to the end of the sentence,
anymore.
Michelle, when they get to the end of a sentence, oh, come on, you're not going to pick up the line? I'm going to come back and get your nerd card. When I get to the end of the sentence, I say the wrong.
Cranberry.
There you go. Say the wrong cranberry. Just try.
You're in the middle of a fight and you're just like, something gregarious, please.
Huh?
Gregarious. Who are you? Ogden Morrow? What's going on here?
Chalupa.
Chalupa.
Okay, our daughter's listening to this film, okay, so I'm listening to it in my head, and the word that pops into my brain is gregarious. There you go.
She's still
It's especially raining in the house again.
the windows
I
are.
got the towel down this time.
Oh, so it's only running into the towel we hold it. So we were in the process of finding out what's on your honey don't
Honey
list.
don't list.
Yes, I got as far as the hand.
The hand Kleenex.
The other one is the spending an incredibly long amount of time describing how wonderful your brand of methane producing
My beef is strong.
This is
You-
room.
you
I
know-
think to myself, where's my incense?
You
I'm
know,
about to get some revenge.
you know one thing that's on my honey don't list?
What's that?
Honey, don't blame the baby's farts on me.
Right?
Because let's be honest here. She is my daughter. She has the disposition of me. It's stinky.
She looks right at me and says, Mom, that's great. Good timing, yes, babe.
I think the other thing on my
We need to stay alive.
Right, because they're at the disco scene in Ready Player One.
the other thing on my the other thing on my honey don't list is don't tell the kids to give me a hug goodnight when my hands are full, especially of food. Because both my girls jump right up on me and it's like a juggling freaking magical act to save the food, hug my kids, and not knock one of them out with a spoon.
With a turkey leg.
Yeah, I mean, when I've got food in my hand, don't tell my kids to come hug daddy.
I'm gonna beat you with poultry. Not intentionally, it's just gonna happen. There you go.
Honey, why do our children smell like beer? Well, you took to give me a hug and I had like beer in my hand. And I
Right?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. What?
Huh?
Tater's gonna hate according to Bella.
My life, as I know it, has just ended. My daughter is quoting Taylor Swift. Tell me now! It only gets worse. I know. This is the beginning of the end.
A good thing.
This is nowhere near the middle of the end. This is where it starts to end. Oh, speaking of Taylor Swift, remember when I complained a couple weeks, maybe it was even last week, where I complained about how Taylor Swift screwed up traffic downtown. Did you know that Beyonce and Jay-Z were in town the other night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that's how I didn't get back to Strongsville until like 7 o'clock at night. When I get off work at 5 o'clock. No, well, the game let out a little bit before that, but it was a combination of the Indians game letting out and people coming. It was a nightmare.
I totally
I mean, it just people in both sides of the intersection just trying to run each other down, buses not moving. And I'm just like, it was a half an hour before I even got on my bus. And then another half hour before the bus even got out of downtown.
Yep.
I'm just like, if I wasn't listening to a book, I'd have napped. And after last night, I should have napped.
Honest to God, she cannot hear you. Bella's response to me said that was, what the hell?
What the hell?
She cannot hear you. She's just pulling this timing off as if she could. She goes, what the hell?
Well, that's just like when Piper, without missing a beat and having no clue what I'm actually talking about, chimes in with, "That's bullshit, Dad." Like, oh, yeah, I'm a good father. At least you got the the timing right. Good kid.
Yeah, if you think it's bad that Bella is continuously yelling at me to zip it, I can't go anywhere with Piper without her yelling at me not to burp.
Yeah.
Burp. No.
Oh, gosh. So here's another one.
Yes.
Okay. So when you insist on doing things that I've asked you not to do in a repetitive manner, and I'm not going to go into terrible detail there, but it's a pretty general statement of you like to just sit there and kick. And it's like poking the bear. Here, how many times am I going to, do I poke the bear before it's going to turn around and bite my hand up?
Okay.
So the honey don't list is don't poke the bear.
And Mom would be the bear. I'm the bear. Because I do, there are times where I've had to very, very
So mom likes to sleep in until like 11.
No, don't.
Okay, I'm sorry, I digress. So mom likes to sleep in until noon.
That's not true.
And when Bella and I are already awake and we've had something to eat and we've watched TV or something, we're like, okay, this is no fun without mom. So let's go and wake up mom.
Right.
Let's go and wake up mom. There's the problem. There's the 64,000.
That's where the trouble starts.
This is where the trouble starts. Mom's asleep, and we're going to end that. Okay, that's where I'm drawing. That's where now. Okay, it's that plus how I'm doing it. Okay, so
Because it's never nice and gentle.
Right.
Ever.
so when I'm doing things like putting my finger in her ear, and then she turns her head away, and when it comes back, I put my finger back in her ear.
Oh yeah.
I'm not getting the head turning away as a hint to say, you got to stop doing that. Yeah. And then, with the 6-year-old in bed, it's like, oh, daddy's doing it. It's my turn.
My turn.
And her fingers are smaller with sharper nails, so
Yep.
it's more annoying. And of course, whatever she does is my fault because I've obviously taught her to do it. And it can go on to, other annoying things like tickling or whatever. So it's like, stop. Here's the problem, okay? I can take the hint, but Bella can't.
Bella can't.
And when Bella doesn't, it's like, okay, I don't want her to get into complete trouble, so I'm going to keep doing it. So maybe I'll take the trouble off of her.
And
I'll take the beating for her.
But at no point
I
does
will
it
die
ever-
for her sins.
At no point does it ever cross our minds to pick up the kid and leave the room. No, we go,
No, because
I'm going to add to the torment and I'll take the heat for it.
No, because that doesn't solve the issue of
Mom's not awake.
Mom's not awake. We want to wake up mom. And in mom's mind, it's like, well, how about solving the problem that mom doesn't want to fucking wake up? That doesn't play up here.
How about mom takes the only time that she gets to herself by sleeping?
Is it really the only time?
Quite honestly, it's either I sacrifice sleep after everyone is gone to bed so that I can have time for me alone without the, hey mom, or, whatever else. And that's why I want to sleep in. But I don't always sleep in something. There are days that I choose to do that, but I don't always.
Sometimes it's 1
And
p.m.
to be quite honest, there are days where, quite honestly, if I've had ammunition of some kind that
Sometimes she doesn't even get out of bed.
helped me to such an extent that I would consider grabbing it and being like, I'll make me fire this.
Waving the gun around does make a point.
Because quite honestly, if you don't get the hint and I have to raise my voice, then I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, dear, I'm sorry, I have a little one. No, we don't need to go to the emergency room, we're fine.
What?
Emergency room.
Bella wants to go to the emergency room. Bella wants to go to the emergency room.
This is a new thing.
They have fun toys there.
I almost want her on the phone now. I want to know why.
We don't know where that could go.
This is the Manpocalypse. We don't care where it goes.
I mean, and don't take this the wrong way because honestly, any kid, this is the line of conversation that could go to. But why do you want to go to the emergency room? Because the walls are blue. Wait, what? Kids make no sense.
Yeah, but that was so long ago. It's like, where's this memory coming from?
Why do you want to go to the ER? Because there's Cheetos in the vending machine. There's Cheetos in the cabinet. Why do we have to drive? It's not the same, Dad. Can I have a quarter? The fuck?
My daughter is requesting me come visit. Can we come visit? No.
Well, here's the thing. If you call the emergency room, and ask them if you can come visit, you know what they're going to say? As long as you make the copay. As long as they get their money, they don't care.
They'll let you come and play with the toys. They may even let you play with the defibrillator. That's my favorite toy. Clear.
Or can you imagine the conversation with the person at the desk? Yes, I'm actually here because my daughter just wants to see that nurse that is really nice. Okay, that's cute. Which nurse? That nurse. No, which nurse, sir? That nurse. Sir, you're not helping. No, you don't.
That's okay. She's not helping either.
You don't understand, ma'am. It's that nurse. And that's just what will happen.
You get to the ER.
Why are you here? You know what? Ask her. Ask this
What's the
6-year-old.
nurse's name?
Why am I asking this 6-year-old? She's the one who wanted to come. Well, what? Why did you bring her here? She's the one who wanted to come. Have you ever watched a meltdown happen in real time? That's why we're here.
You know, you remember Jeff Osborne? He might be a redneck, yes.
You might be a redneck if you visit the ER for fun.
You might be a special needs parent if you.
If the chicken nugget, if the chicken nugget is your coat of arms, you might be a special needs parent.
In all honesty, that could be true of any parent, though. You might be a parent if the world is ending because the ketchup touched the French fry.
Oh dear God! Not the ketchup touching the French fry.
You might be a parent if the world is ending because they don't want pickles on their burgers, but the pickles have to be on their burgers so that they can take them off.
You might be a parent if you have to serve frosting with cake, but you're going to get the cake back without the frosting.
Yes.
Exactly. Have you seen those? I'm the worst mom or worst dad today because.
Yeah.
Yep.
These are fun. These are fun. I'm the worst mom because I changed my child's diaper.
Oh yeah.
I'm the worst mom because I served the wrong French fry.
Yep.
I'm the worst dad because I told her she couldn't go in the oven with the cake.
Yep.
Right. I'm the worst mom because the sippy cup she wanted was in the dishwasher and couldn't be used.
I'm the worst dad because I didn't pick the right episode of Clifford.
Clifford was playing in the break room at work, and the first thing I thought was, where is my daughter? Literally.
Yeah.
And then it took me a solid couple of seconds before I realized, the fuck can that work? Why did I just think that?
I'm the worst dad because she said she wanted to watch Clifford, but what she really meant was that she wanted to watch Super Y, and I didn't pick up on that.
Because she has a new code for what shows she wants to watch.
We're supposed to. That's a whole new episode of this show. Things they don't teach you about parenthood.
I'm the world's worst dad because I sent my kid to school with $200 shoes and no school supplies.
Okay, well in that case, maybe you are the worst dad.
I threw that one in there. I like that one. That's one of my favorites.
It kind of looks like a piano in our backyard right now. Sorry, I just have to make this weird word. Hello.
It came from the swamp.
That's why we don't have her on the show.
There's a pool of water in my backyard. The sky is yellow.
The sky was all purple. There were people running.
You realize what just happened, right?
What's that?
I'm the worst parent because squirrel!
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michelle and the OCD moment of the week.
What are you talking about?
Oh, did I put them in the wrong order?
Yeah, you did.
Uh-oh, my battery's running out.
It's the third hour, but it's not the third hour.
Yeah. We're saving the third hour for something special. Our meat sticks.
This meat stick is sweet and hot.
It's moist. Moist.
Meaty.
I think I heard Ben just sigh there a moment ago.
Oh my God, he said moist.
Moist.
Orange chicken!
Come out, chicken!
Orange chicken! Come back! Poor Ben.
Why is no one else calling in
Yeah, where's
to
Brandy?
take part in all of this foolishness?
Brandy threatened us with a call-in, and she fell off the wagon there. I think she put somebody else's meat in her mouth, and it felt better. But that's okay. We're not mad at you. I had to turn the live feed off because I have like 20% battery. Are you charging? Yeah, you are charging. Okay, I'll wait. I'm patient.
No one's talking to us on Facebook.
That's okay. We're fine. We're having a good time. What else? I haven't added anything else to the honeydew or honey don't list.
I'm kind of running out. We've moved on to other.
Oh, I've got one more. Oh wow, my watch is running out of battery too. I just run down on power. This is what a 20-hour day does to you. You just down. Yeah, you run out of everything. Honey, don't make me wait any longer to find out if I'm buying you steak on Sunday. Oh, thick burn.
Tell us right now on the air, is he buying you steak, taking you out for steak, killing a cow and making the steak? What's he doing?
I think you pissed off the sugar tits here.
Where's the steak coming from?
Good Lord, you made the entire computer shake. He's having a moment over here. You really need to make a decision now before he just blows up.
You don't mess with a man and his meat, woman. All right, I'll stop talking now. Say it again, please.
Because when he stops talking, he doesn't talk anymore. See, that's it.
I'm waiting.
Honey, don't try to talk over us. Just wait till we breathe, then say something. You're never going to win the volume game with the Manpocalypse. We're going out.
Where?
Oh, I know where. We're not going to name names. They don't pay me to endorse them. So
What kind of steak?
dead.
T-bone, ribeye? We want specifics.
Mike, how about this? I promise I will take a picture of this electrical space just for you.
I'll be waiting.
Oh God, she's going to be one of those people. I had to take a picture of my food. I had to Instagram my food.
Does that mean your wife's going to send me a picture of her meat?
Well, I mean, turnabout's fair play. It's only fair.
Eat your meat stick, Mike. So
He did. He's only eaten half of it. I'm a little disappointed.
You have too much meat for me. Well, it's so savory. I don't want to eat it all at once. I take it nice and slow. Yes, I'm savoring it.
Oh boy. Oh my. Moist. There it is.
Nice.
Where are you, Snorts?
She's afraid. She is afraid. Snorts is afraid to call in. Victoria's afraid to call in. She knows that she doesn't want to get. She thinks she's going to get yelled at.
why should you go there?
We don't know.
Did she show up on Sunday?
So we've got the Cackler, Snorts, and the Woo Girl.
We have a following.
Your wife is the only one that sounds like she has a villain name, the Cackler. Oh my God, it's the Cackler!
She's the henchman. She's the boss. The kingpin. There you go. The kingpin of the
Cackle of Doom.
the Indiana Jones and the Cackle of Doom. I have this incredible need to call her the giant rolling boulder, but I have to
Da, 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 da.
Live on the air.
Could get Bella to sing along to that. She actually does sing that song.
Yes, at random time. She's doing it when I put her in the bath the other day.
She sings Indiana Jones in the bath.
As she's being put in the bath. So all I have now is a picture of mom picking up the kid and da 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 splash.
If that's the worst she's doing in the bath, I'm pretty good off.
Right.
We're going to jump into a break here.
Bye.
Thank you very much for joining us, Michelle. You've done a wonderful job. Don't keep the meat cold. We will talk to you again soon. We're going to jump into another break. We've got 10 years, Amy Sharp, my milk teeth advanced and struts coming up. You are listening to the Manpocalypse radio show here on the SKO Radio Network.
See you in a minute.
I have to pee and get another down.
Ooh,
All right.
yeah, just been sitting so long, I've got body parts atrophying. Atrophy, going into atrophy. Something. Hello, Facebook. I'm back. Glad you missed me. Oh, hey, look. I have a charging cord I can use. Now I can jump back in and see the real comments. Yeah, Brandy, we were waiting for you to call in. Patiently, very patiently. But stick around. And you can come in and start for us and whatever. Hey, got a second?
Yeah.
Listen to your show Sunday. You do a good job. You have a good presence.
See?
But you really need to try to stay on topic. It's about trying to entertain people. It's about trying to give them something. I think what would help, do you and Lori get together during the week and talk about what you're going to talk about?
We're best friends and have sleepovers all the time.
Okay, I get that. But can I get the rest of my thought out? Do you guys talk about the show? Do you guys talk about do you kind of like break it down and how we're going to do that?
Yeah.
Stick to that.
We do.
Okay.
It's just hard when you have two really crazy kids hosting a show without a brother to keep us in track. Because our brother literally sits there and goes, I don't want to.
Well, and again, I think you might turn some folks off when we have to keep getting them back in, But again, great show. You guys gotta let me cut you an intro because I recorded it for you guys, so you had a recording of it if you wanted to put it on your Facebook or YouTube or whatever. But when I was going to record it, the 1 minute there was music playing, and the next she started talking. I was like, I didn't even know the show started. So, if I could cut you guys an intro, that'd be great. So talk, Lori.
Dad, me and her discussing intro.
Okay, good. But but the key is to have fun. I mean, I don't want to draw away from you having fun with the show at all. Really don't want to take away from that. I wanted to I want you to make it something that you can be proud of and have fun, entertain people. Okay.
This week we're hoping to get her brother in because it's homeschooling.
Right, I got that. Yeah.
And we're trying to.
If Bella was capable of full conversation, I'd have her join in. But that also includes us schlepping all the way out at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm barely awake that
I'm
early.
gonna see if not this Sunday, but next Sunday I'm gonna see if the people I'm moving in with, I'm gonna see if their daughter's allowed to come up.
Okay.
But we're doing homeschool, and the thing is, a lot of my friends said I'm lucky because I don't have to do school, so we got to do it.
Well, see, that's the thing, and that's something you guys can spend some time talking about. It's not that you don't have to do school, because I can tell you right off the bat. I mean, Bella goes through homeschool, and it's just as in depth as regular school.
Yeah. One of my friends, I laughed because one of my friends, when I was in Girl Scouts, they said, "You're lucky. You don't have any homework." But I said, "Yes, I do. I have more than you could ever have." She goes, "What do you mean?"
Well, it's not that you don't have homework. It's just that when you're always home, so your work is always there.
Yeah. Like she goes, "You don't have homework. You're lucky." I said, "I have more homework than you could ever have." She goes, "No, you don't.
Well,
You do your school at home." I said,
I think
"My homework is my schoolwork."
I think what you can kind of come back with on that, other than trying to one up somebody, is just to say, you know what, I have homework too. It's different than yours, and I work on a lot of different stuff than you do, but it's still homework, and I'm still learning the same stuff you are.
I can do a cat.
I don't know where that came from.
And because I was at work, I was at my mom's house, and I'm like, "You get to do that, I'm bored, and you do that and everybody else." Yeah. My dad has a little pig sitting out in my house, and he's trying to make it into a Manpocalypse sign. He lost it.
Those in Facebook land wondering what the heck I'm doing. I am joined here.
Live?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
Oh,
I am joined by Kaylee from Some Kind of Kids Show, and we were discussing her show and her performance on it and what they're talking about.
That's not
And
my
thank you, well, your show and Lauren's show.
My mom said in the lobby.
And so I wasn't here talking to myself. So please don't, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, for some reason the
Hola. Hi, Michelle.
the comment feed here is more in time than the comment feed over here, but this is where we're doing the recording. So welcome, Kaylee. Some Kind of Kids Show, Sunday mornings, 10 to 11.
Hopefully, we're gonna get Lori's brother in it. Hopefully. Very hopefully.
I think it's one of those things where they have to make sure he gets up on time. I know the feeling.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Kaylee's gonna leave now. It's gonna be just me. We had Piper here a moment ago, but she left. Let me get back into the comments here. Oh, here comes Mike with the volume blasted. It's off now. Randy, that is not the only reason we want you to call in, and you know it.
Yes, it is.
We're trying to decide why you hate me so much. That's kind of like the one of the big things here. And there's the rain
Oh, it's
that
pouring
was
now.
making my walls cry.
It's found us.
Good Lord, what is that, a tall boy?
Yeah.
Of Coke. He's got a 40 of Coke over here. That kind of sounds a little Colombian. He's got a 40 of Coke.
Say hello to my little friend.
Trying to whoop it up tomorrow. I wish I could whoop it up tomorrow. Oh, trifle. This needs to let up before I leave.
I think it will.
It's been I don't
If it
think
made it from
I-
Brunswick
I-
to here.
I drive Route 8 to Cleveland Akron Road
Mhm.
specifically to avoid driving through the valley because I don't like driving through the valley. I don't like driving downhill. It's not that I can't handle it. It's just I don't like because when I get behind somebody who drives downhill like 20 miles an hour, it
Irate.
makes my skin crawl. I'm like, I understand your need for safety, but this is ridiculous. And invariably, I get stuck behind one of these people. So I just avoid it. And at 10 o'clock, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
10 o'clock, nobody's on the roads. Generally, I just, take AP straight into Peninsula and head home. But it's still hilly and I didn't want to take the turnpike, but I need to empty this of water before I'm doing it. The straw doesn't go all the way down. Oh. I gave Kaylee a couple pointers and how to perform better on her show.
I heard it. She's super hyper.
I mean, I'm sure it's not something she hasn't heard before, but I thought maybe hearing it, from me, the way that, sounded a little,
Right.
more like, hey, he's the radio guy, he kind of has an idea what he's talking about. Dude, seriously? Why is this thing spitting already? Dude. I still have an extra sock. Oh, you know what? I have my shirt from today. You can use that to make up my table.
I take it you're done with the meat stick.
No, I'm gonna save it for later. We'll save it for right home. Like I said, it's just the spices in it made me realize I have a sore in my mouth I wasn't aware of.
took out my picture.
Now, Victoria, did you get hit by the driver or did you get hit by the car? Because getting hit by a driver, I just hit him back. Getting hit by a car is probably going to get hurt a lot worse. But, you know, I digress. Ooh, road pizza is my favorite. I like road pizza. Do you like road pizza?
Road pizza?
Victoria said she would have. She was almost road pizza. Tasty.
Don't be road pizza.
Don't be road pizza.
All right, ladies, and yes, I say ladies because most of you are ladies. We've saved the best for last. Get ready to call in.
You know, in going over the numbers that I do have, because I have the numbers on the video. No, I got one more. The numbers that I have on the video, we are immensely popular with women between 35 and 45. Chicks dig the Manpocalypse.
Chicks dig the Manpocalypse.
Yes. So, there's that for you. There are 2 bottles of Excedrin underneath the board. I'm sitting here trying to figure out who put them there. Which one of them could it have been? Again, our promo in our show.
In our show. Nobody promotes the Manpocalypse like the Manpocalypse.
So, my dad is chiming in on a OSU and UM chat battle that my sister and I were having. So I'm sure that's going to be fun to watch. Little cat. And as soon as he realizes we're live, I wonder if he's going to jump in. Holy crap. Let me tell you something. If my father calls in, show's over.
We're never getting to our
No,
last
I'll
topic.
tell you what. I'm on the fence. I'm either like, okay, you realize you're on my turf now. I love this song. I love you, Dad, but you call into my show.
Right. Sharks in the water, and it's our shark.
Who came up? Why is this a thing? The whole Shark Week thing. Why is this a thing?
I wasn't going for the Shark Week. I looked for a
talked
reason
about
to
the
quote
shark.
Jaws.
And I was just like, oh my God, why do we care?
The Shark Week started out as probably a decent idea, and then it blew up into something totally stupid. Like, seriously,
It's like, you know,
I only needed to see great whites jumping out of the water one time to be terrified for the rest of my days. I don't need to see it every summer.
I mean,
Like, oh, look, the ocean. Nope.
and the other end of it is just like a Sharknado. That's it. The beginning and the end of the entire conversation.
I hate the fact that one of those movies got made and
They're
got
up to 6.
and got popular enough.
They're up to 6. I mean, it's bad enough we have like how many Fat and Furious movies? 9 now?
Yeah.
That's 10 too many.
Yep.
No, we have 2 minutes left. I love this song. Must be the past time.
Time to imbibe some caffeine. I love this chair. I could fall asleep in this chair. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, don't fall asleep mid-show. So yeah, we were talking about this week on the Manpocalypse. Aaron takes
falls
a nap.
asleep. Jamming out to the Struts with One Night Only. That's a long outro.
Yes, it
Keep
is.
going, guys.
Wrap it up.
Let me try that again.
We've got things to say.
Jamming out to the Struts with One Night Only. One of the longest outros in recorded history. You know, and I was just talking, we were just talking. This is a very comfortable chair. This is referred to as the big chair. And I make a point of making sure that when I'm on the air, I have the big chair behind the
big
board.
chair.
Because it's good for my back. But it's very, very comfortable. And it makes me want to fall asleep. And next week on the Manpocalypse, Aaron takes a nap. And I thought, why am I still playing with you?
Because knives are fun to play with and manly.
Manly. This is what we were talking about, middle age and the midlife crisis. Falling asleep anywhere.
That's not a midlife crisis. That's just a
A comfortable chair thing.
yeah. It's
Okay.
a comfortable anything thing.
I have to prep the closing song. I never did that. Supposed to do that like 3 breaks ago. So we are up to the third hour, and we actually saved the third hour. That's why we goofed off the first hour.
We've saved the best for last.
So Michael here ran a poll based on a meme that I had seen on Facebook earlier this week.
I gotta leave the live show to pull up the poll, so bear with me.
It was a Twitter. It was a tweet that said Magic Mike had grossed $167 million, proving that women don't want dad bods or something to that effect. And someone had responded, yeah, well, Shrek had grossed something like 400 or 600
likes,
600. That's why I couldn't hear.
right?
Was I not broadcasting the entire time?
We were not broadcasting the entire time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Technical difficulty strikes again.
Okay, so back to where we started. I'll leave out the whole thing about falling asleep on the show. Comfortable chair, nice and cozy.
Yeah, that's over. We lost it.
Anyway, so third hour here. We are we're going to we did a poll. Mike did a poll here during the week based on a meme that I had found on Facebook earlier that started out with a tweet that said Magic Mike had grossed like $167 million. It proves that women don't like
The dad thought.
dad bods. And the response was, just keep in mind that Shrek grossed like $680 million. Just to keep things real. And so Mike had put out a poll that, all right, we want to hear from you. What's the preference?
And I worded it as such. What do women prefer in a man? Hard body or dad bod? The final results came in at 74% versus 26%. Now, which way do you think it went?
Given our audience and given the fact that chicks dig the Manpocalypse, and we were talking on the break, and I want to preface this by saying that there's a growing popularity amongst our growing fan base is primarily women between 35 and 45. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We love you back. I'm going to say that it was dad bod.
It was dad bod. Dad bod came in at 74%. Hard body came in at 26%. The actual votes came in at 12 for hard body, 35 for dad bod. Now, what made this funny is within, I don't know, 20 minutes of posting it, I ended up with 87 comments and just random, like, conversations within conversations. I could not keep up with this. It went so damn fast. And I was honestly surprised. I thought dad bod was going to be blown out of the water. I really did. Because, you know, we make fun of it. We laugh about having dad bods. We laugh about being old and fat and hungry. And I honestly thought dad bod would get blown out of the water. But from the start, dad bod was in the lead, and it never lost that lead. And this is where I would actually like some ladies to call in and be honest with us, because the major conflict came down to it was felt that many of these women were saying dad bods simply because they were afraid their significant other who has a dad bod would see their vote.
So what I want to put on the table is this, okay? Ladies, there's a knock at the door, okay? Two men are standing at the door, okay? One of them is me.
Yeah.
The other is Henry Cavill.
Superman, for all of you that don't know.
Thank you. I wanted to throw that out there because he's in the new Mission Impossible movie. But yeah, I could go on and on. I could nerd out. But there's the thing, okay? Henry Cavill and I show up at your house together. Only one of us is going to come in. Because if you invite one of us in, the other of us can be like, don't know if I can do that third wheel thing. Who's it going to be? And we want honesty.
I want the truth.
We can handle the truth.
We can handle the truth.
We can handle the truth. 330-871-4422.
Unlike Tom Cruise, damn it, we can handle it.
That number again is 330-871-4422. Tell me why the dad bod rules
Tell me why it won.
over. Tell me why you're going to tell Henry Cavill, Superman, voice like butter, that he's not coming in. You have joined the Manpocalypse. How am I getting in the front door?
It's kind of like a vampire. You've got to invite one of them in. This actually came up on the post. My wife, yes, this is my wife Cassie on the line right now. She voted for the hard body.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm not getting in. Okay. Cassie won't tell you that. I'll be. She lets me in the door. That's all right. That's fine. We won't talk about
It's
that.
okay.
So Cassie goes with the hard body.
Yep.
Over the dad body.
Yep.
Okay. Time to put you on the spot, kiddo. Why? I can hear her in the lobby. It's so funny.
I know.
You're bleeding over. It's great. They come over with more confidence. Now, does that take away from the confidence that someone without a hard bod does?
And you think looking at two total strangers, you don't know these people, the confidence is going to come through more so in the guy with the hard body.
Okay. Step one, you really need to listen to the show more often. You want dad bods with confidence. We're right here. Right here. We are right here.
Whoa! Hey,
Whoa, all right.
whoa.
Hey, there you go. Eiffel Tower.
Semper Fi, brother.
And you know what? We still have plenty of meat sticks. So, there you go.
All right.
All right. Let's see. How do I ban Michelle from the page right now?
Someone's sleeping on the couch.
Someone's sleeping outside in the rain. Someone's not getting out of the car. You're sleeping out there. Okay. Oh yeah. Step one. You need to listen to the show more often. You want dad bods with confidence. Here we are. Step two. I think, and I can't speak for dad bods coming at me because they don't. They look at me and go, no, you're just not my type either. But I think with somebody who's letting children come in the studio,
I've heard she's trying to take over.
I think what you're going to get out of someone who doesn't look like they have to try too hard is that they're going to try harder.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody who's, you put me against Henry Cable. And conventional wisdom says, let me eat lunch off of Henry Cable. Oh my goodness,
right.
He's delicious. I have to compete with that, so I have to step up.
Yeah.
I have to say, okay, well, he looks like this, but let me tell you what you get with this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yeah, all right, fine. It's not much to look at.
I can't even.
There's a comment I'm waiting for here.
Just keep talking.
He's going to eventually get it out. I think he's still hung up on the fact that, Cassie said on the air that she's got both of us.
Well,
She's got
Henry give you the meat sweats.
Can Henry give you the meat sweats? Henry cannot give you the meat sweats.
Oh.
I can give you the meat sweats. And I will, and I have. I have meat sweats galore. I have meat sweats in buckets. Wow. Well, it's only 9:30. Relax. We'll get there.
Oh,
So there you go. And there's Cassie's vote. Cassie's vote is
the hard body.
The hard body. Because hard bodies exude confidence, and dad bods exude meat sweats.
Yes.
But those meat sweats are tasty.
Yeah, and body acne.
But back knee.
Back knee.
Connect the dots. Yeah, sometimes you connect those dots, you get a really nice picture.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I think
Thank you very much for your comments. We want to hear from others. 330-871-4422. 330-871-4422. Meat bod.
hard
Hello.
body versus dad bod.
Hard bod, dad bod. Where'd you go? Which way? Why?
Come on, somebody call in. Give us your perspective.
See, now Snorts said that we only wanted her to call in so that we could get her to snort.
Right?
Now, don't we want her opinion on this?
I do want her opinion, but she's kind of showing herself to be a chicken shit right now.
I think so.
I called her out.
I think she's a little afraid. I think she's had too much of that bacon wrap.
Yep.
Bacon wrap.
But no, I think, in all honesty, this poll showed me one major thing.
What did it show you?
And that is that women, when faced with this question, did not know how to separate how they feel emotionally about somebody versus just that physical attraction.
Right.
Because every defense for the dad bod was, I love my boyfriend. I wouldn't trade him for anything.
They have a particular dad bod in mind.
They have a particular dad bod in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about taking that emotion out of it. You don't know the two people.
Right.
You have no clue who they are. just a dad bod shows up and a hard bod shows up.
Right.
Who are you gonna pick?
I think Brandy.
Or-
I think given the option of myself or Henry Cable, I think Brandy would jump all over Henry Cable and make me walk home.
In a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
You know, or take it to another level. You know, let's not even talk or
She would make me.
allude to sex.
She would make me cook both of them dinner,
She would.
and not even give me the recipes. Like, here, you figure it out. I'm just gonna look in his eyes for a
She
while.
would totally snort for Henry.
She would snort for
She
Henry.
would snort for Henry.
She would snort for Henry. I'd have to pay for it. She'd give it to him for free.
But no,
Free snorts.
let's not even allude to sex. You're in a bar, you're sitting at the bar, two waiters come up, each with a drink, and they point to a guy that says, that man bought you a drink. You look to your left, hard body. You look to your right, dad body. Who are you taking the drink from? Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Well, keep in mind I was an alcoholic. I'm taking both drinks.
Okay, well, I would too.
There's a reason behind it. I'm just like, alcohol I didn't have to pay for? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and here's the thing, turn it around. All right, I'm going to turn it around. Let's throw that out there. Hard bod or mom bod,
Right.
okay? Now, I'm going to answer this question very, very honestly. 20 years ago, hard bod all day, twice a day on Sunday. Now, I go for a mom bod because I can tell you right now, I do not have what it takes physically to keep up with the hard bod. I can't. I just don't have the gumption to first of all, you probably don't know what I know,
Right.
and I don't have the time or the crayons to teach you.
Yeah.
And I don't have that kind of stamina. I'll
Right.
be done in half an hour, and you'll still be ordering, appetizers. So
Yeah.
there you go. We have a party line going here. I've just brought in 2 calls. One of them is, the illustrious Michelle, who's called in for the 3rd time tonight. And she's going to tell me why the hard bod is her preference, and I'm going to sleep in the car tonight. And the other is, who else we got on the line tonight?
You have the infamous snort.
Snorts. All right. Snorts first. Snorts, why is it hard bods over dad bods? Why are you taking a hard bod?
I'm not taking a hard bod. I'm taking a dad bod.
She
So,
picked
all
that
right, hang on a second. So Henry Cable and I show up at your house at the same time. You're going to tell him to pound salt, and I get to come in and have dinner with you. Wow, that got quiet real quick. That got quiet real
She's
quick.
like, well, maybe if it wasn't you.
Yeah, if the dad bod wasn't Aaron all day, that Aaron is freaking creepy. I don't know about him. All right. Okay, then fine. I'll because no. See, I needed to make it somebody who's like a stranger. So there you go. And so a hard bod, but it's just not the creep factor of whatever
A
Aaron
dad
is.
bod is going to keep you at warm at night.
A dad bod is going to keep you warm at night. We are a lot more flatulent than the hard bods.
A man with a dad bod is going to keep you warm at night.
Define.
How so?
Yeah, define. I mean, you gotta back this up.
Okay. Typically, a man with a dad bod is going to sit there. They have more body heat than a hard body, more often than not. So therefore, being a freak baby, you can cuddle up to them and they're going to keep you warm, no matter what.
I almost want to Google this and find out
Right.
if body mass equals body heat. Because
I always thought 98.6.
I thought 98.6 was the norm across the board. Now, I was going to go along the lines of saying that, hey, look, a larger man is obviously more flatulent and therefore, expels more heat.
Right?
And therefore, we'll keep the general area warmer. It may not be a pleasant smell, but hey, some of us like our own brand. Yeah, it's splendid tits.
Some of us really do not want to bask in the ambiance.
Bask in the ambiance. Michelle, I'm bringing that one home.
Well, y'all can think.
I'm telling you, when that happens, then the next time I'm like, honey, bask in the ambiance.
Okay, so what you're saying then, Brandy, is a hard body and a dad bod show up at your door. You're gonna let the dad bod in just for the sake of being warm at night?
I'm a freak baby.
They make blankets.
Okay. Those don't always work.
Blankets don't always work.
There's this thing in your house called a heater.
The older that I've gotten, I've realized over the years that bodies are going to fade over time. They're not always going to be a hard body unless they're putting in the work. So you can either face the fact that, everybody tends to gain weight, tends to, let themselves go, or you're going to have to work at what you want to keep as a hard body. So truthfully, if somebody is comfortable enough to have the body that they have, then why not accept them for it?
But we're not talking about somebody that you don't know if they're comfortable with their body or not. We're talking two strangers. You don't know them. What body type are you going to go for?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
it might be the dad bod.
Okay.
Like I said, the older that I've gotten, the more that I've realized that I'm actually attracted to the dad bod more than the hard body.
I think what she's saying, I can pick up on where she's going.
I get it too.
She's gotten to a point where it's like, you know what? That hard body look just doesn't do it for me anymore. It meant, like I said here, it used to be a thing for me. The skinny, the 20, the 36, 28, 36 used to do it for me. Now it's just like, you know what? Go down to Subway and get a sandwich and call me back.
So
I could probably get on top of you and break you.
So let me ask this. Is it that body doesn't do it for you anymore? Or is it what comes along with the dad bod that does it for you now? Does that make sense?
Overactive flatulence.
Yeah. Actually, it's a lot to do with the fact that, over the years, I've realized that, the hard body just, you've got too many jealousy factors when you're with a hard body, as opposed to if you're with somebody who has the dad body, which I've learned over the years, not saying that there's not somebody out there.
So she's throwing in the societal factor.
Yeah.
She's going so far as to say, if I had a hard bod, then I walk down 9th Street with them, or I walk down West Exchange, and every head's going to turn, and I have to fight to say, no, this is my doctor, you can no has.
Right.
Whereas with a dad bod, no one's got to bother looking at him because, dad bod. So I can have them all to
I'm
myself.
not saying that.
Well, to a degree.
To a degree, you are.
And we're not.
I mean, we're not chastising you for it at all. But to a degree, that's exactly what it is. It's like, that's the jealousy factor. There's a jealousy factor with the hard bod because everybody wants one. But there's not so much jealousy factor with the dad bod because it's like, well, that's her dad bod. I'll go find my own. There's about 1.5 billion others of them.
Not only that, but if you're trying to focus more on that person instead of being there and focusing on, keeping the tigers at bay.
Okay.
That's what the swords are for. All right, Michelle, let's hear from you. Dad bod, hard bod. Why?
That's what, without second thought. Don't get me wrong, a hard bod is pretty to look at, but let me.
Adam Copeland.
To you, and it's interesting.
She has the hardest hard-on for Adam Copeland. Oh, dear God. When he was on Haven, it's like, don't even talk. Just let me look at him.
But here's the thing, okay? Now I'm going to put this in cartoon perspective for the moment. If Shrek and Prince Prince Charming is like supposed to body
Wait,
very much.
what? Wait, stop. Hold that thought. Why does every hard bod now, or I'm sorry, dad bod nowadays get compared to Shrek?
Well, hang on a second. Let me give you my take on this, okay? Because this is where I first thought go. Because this is the extreme. We have the extreme, like, pretty boy who thinks, oh, I'm a hard body. I'm a prince. Everyone wants to be. That man doesn't even think twice about you other than himself. And when women are looking to settle down, there's more than just a very, very attractive body. That body. They're looking at that body and they're saying, that man is really going to be focused and spend more time looking at himself than we're going to spend doing anything else. Then you've got every guy. Okay, we're going to Shrek. I'm not saying every guy is not a Shrek. But Shrek is a very good example of just take me as I am and like it, or kiss my grace and go, no, right? In the end, women want someone who is really more than what they look like.
So you're going after the vanity factor. You're saying that with the dad bod comes with a level of vanity that leaves you at least feeling like, okay, well, you're going to spend more time looking at yourself than you are looking at me. Whereas with Shrek here, he's going to spend more time looking at you because he can't stand looking at himself.
No.
No?
Not necessarily. It's not
I think.
he has looking at himself. He's not preoccupied with the way that he looks to be unable to appreciate anything else around him.
I don't know. That's kind of a handsome tunic.
Looking at himself. Frank is sitting there looking at himself every day in the mirror and goes, damn, I'm so hot. All the ladies are going to want me.
Donkey!
Okay.
So what you're saying is,
Get out of my swamp!
Okay, yeah, this is one of where, all right. Why are you following me, donkey?
Donkey!
Okay, well, maybe I guess I'll be your friend. She's not putting in all of that vanity.
She's going way too far with the Shrek example. I mean, she's going to start reciting the whole movie at this point.
that's a nice boulder.
When you have a Henry Cable man, no, I'm not speaking for the man personally. I don't know what the man's like. Maybe he is a nice guy, maybe he doesn't spend that much time with your hair. But a woman, keyword woman, is looking for a man. The looks do not make that much of a difference. Now, me personally, I have always tended to favor the nerdier type. I've never gone for muscular, I've never gone for built. I like nerds. Don't understand it, but that's what I like, all right? But the fact of the matter is that every single time I saw a chiseled body, I saw a shallow man who didn't care about anything other than the way he looked.
I'm sorry.
You have to make sure that the
Bella is in the background begging for cookies. I can't get past that. I am really trying to listen to what Michelle is saying, but Bella, it's like a 9:45, and I can hear begging for cookies. I'm like, dude, go to bed. Read a book, man. Your mom's talking about how sexy I am. I kind of want to listen to this. I know you want to cook. Give her a cookie.
Give
and send her
Dad his
back
moment.
upstairs.
Dad needs
I
this.
don't get these very often. You're kind of buzzed. You're killing my buzz.
I gave you life. Give me this moment.
Aaron's over there like,
I've only got so many left.
I've only got so many left, man. And yet she keeps stealing them from me. It's Bella that keeps stealing these moments from me. Like a true daughter.
welcome to fatherhood.
All right, so if I'm following you correctly, what you're saying
Good
is,
luck with that.
I know. the confidence level that comes with acceptance of the dad bod is a completely higher and different type of confidence that comes with the hard bod. And that's what you're attracted to.
Yes, because, and I hope that my husband doesn't take anything that comes out of my mouth in an offensive way. Because when I first met Aaron, Aaron and I had known each other only by voice for years.
I
And
get
I'm
good
not
voice.
anytime we could talk, we go to the phone. I got seen and understood that this is Aaron Davis.
I
His
get
voice
a really good voice.
had me pining to meet him. And
Nice.
I'd never met him. And I transferred offices one day. And I met him and I saw him for the first time. And I thought to myself, holy cow. And I didn't see the dad bod. I saw the voice. And I was immediately tried to do that.
That's because I was 100 pounds lighter back then.
And I'm sorry, but we just found your nickname, Aaron the Voice.
The voice.
I appreciated everything you said. Unfortunately, Bella stole that moment too.
Not for me. You are forevermore the voice.
I am the voice.
Yep.
But really, quite honestly, I mean, I never. When you sit and you picture yourself with somebody that you want to spend your life with, as a young woman, you might picture yourself with that kid. You might say, oh, he's so pretty, I want him to be my husband. But in the long run, when you're looking to buy a farm, when you're looking to settle down, you're not looking for a pretty boy. You're looking for someone that has it on the.
That already has the farm.
Yeah, there you go. So, you're not looking for someone who is shallow and infield. Because, and I hate to put it this way, when you find a person, that looks that good, they spend a lot of time looking that good. It's the same way with women. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound shallow when I say this, but I don't put makeup on because, quite honestly, I feel like I was something else. And I'm not saying that women that do put makeup on look like clowns. I'm not saying that you should wear makeup, but
Some of
put
them
an awful
do.
lot of time into looking a certain way. So when you're not wearing your makeup, you feel less about yourself. Like,
Right.
I'm not wearing my face, I don't look good. And I think to myself, that's very, very shallow. Because you're probably a beautiful person if you would just allow yourself to be beautiful. And I feel like it's the same way when it comes to men. People are far too caught up in image.
So what you're saying is men should wear more makeup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'll get to work on that eyeliner for you.
Little blush.
You might be a stunning little girl. We're probably going to have to fight 45 with sticks.
Swords.
Okay?
Swords. That's why we have the swords.
There you go.
Well, the future is right around the corner. Hopefully it's lightsabers.
Swords don't jam. You don't have to reload them.
There we are. But I mean, the fact of the matter is that people are very shallow. And they do tend to favor looks.
Some people are very shallow. We try not to generalize.
Very good. But here is a very good example of, two imperfect people creating perfection. So,
Yes, Mike and I created the Manpocalypse. It's perfect.
Exactly.
That's we did a great job.
Great job. Great job.
And you know what? The Manpocalypse doesn't demand cookies
no.
at 9:45 at night.
We just want your meat.
We just want meat, and we want that meat to be moist.
You guys just want to be popular. Oh, Randy, I gotta admit, that sounds really, really good. It is really good.
All right.
The Meatpocalypse is really good.
All the ladies love the meat Manpocalypse.
Chicks dig the Meatpocalypse. I feel like I need to do the fist bump when I say that. It's a kind of a Jersey Shore thing to say, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So let me.
I've never watched it. I think there was a one documentary about one of the hockey teams that I've been watching. Whenever they won a game, they would all do the Jersey Shore fist pump thing. That's how I picked up on it. So
Let me
ladies,
throw a wild card
we
into
got-
this actually real
go
quick.
ahead.
And I'll explain what I mean by this, but what about the hard dad body? In other words,
The jelly that doesn't shake.
the dad bod who actually does, however, take care of himself and work out, but still has that soft belly because he likes his meat, he likes his beer. What about that guy? That best of both worlds.
I'm trying to picture it. I'm not coming up with anything.
It was me 3 years ago.
Oh.
I have absolutely no problem with that. Yeah, I don't go like that. As long as I want somebody who likes to have fun and do things instead of just focusing strictly on all of the,
This is the Manpocalypse. You're allowed to say it out
We're
loud.
allowed to say it out loud. So,
I don't want to have somebody who's going and working out, 5 to 7 times a week and then sitting there and, a strict diet, strict this, strict that. I want somebody who's actually going to go out and have fun, have a beer here and there, and actually eat, do something. Don't focus so much on the whole health and everything. How about you sit there and actually let loose a little bit?
so
Offer them a vegetarian steak.
to be clear, the hard body's at your door, the dad body's at your door, and from around the corner comes the hard dad body, and suddenly, you know what happens next.
Oh, they're both out of the way and I'll go straight down the middle.
Andy goes straight down the middle.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I don't.
Next week on the Manpocalypse, we watch Brandy go straight down the middle. I don't think Facebook Live would appreciate that too much.
No.
More than likely not.
Ladies, I want to thank you very much for the time that you've spent with us. Thank you for your opinions. We cherish them always. I'm going to drop them off there. And you're like, what? Hey, come on me.
They let me go.
That was great.
I had more talky to do.
We're talkie to do.
Not tonight, ladies.
Oh. So, I don't know where we got with that.
I have no clue where we got
It's-
with that.
it's-
Basically,
It's like we had some hard bod. We had some dad bod. I think the reasons were very, very individual. I think people
Yes.
came up with their own reasons for having, and I think what it came down to was, look, this is my is it raining again?
it is.
It came down to a preference. Like, okay, this is my attraction, and this is where, this is what turns my head. If I'm walking this way and they're walking that way, I'm going to turn my head and go, hey,
Right?
I want to look at that for a little bit longer and possibly not get slapped. So,
We may need to take this poll further because here's what I take from this, and I would like to do some research.
we're going to take it further. Who are you going to let in the house? Aaron or Henry? We'll get some honest answers then.
Women of a certain age prefer the hard body. Women in our demographic prefer the dad bod.
Yep.
There seems to be a chance for the hard dad bod to cover across the board.
Mhm.
I would like to take that further and find out.
I'm still having a hard time getting a picture of the hard dad bod.
I wish I could think of somebody famous that I could call a hard dad bod.
Like what Arnold Schwarzenegger looks like now.
No, that's used to be a hard bod. Now it looks like the animatronic is falling apart.
So what Hulk Hogan looks like now.
No, that's right. That's along the same lines. No, I'm talking. okay, the dad that's still muscular and fit, but doesn't have a six-pack.
Barrel chested.
Barrel chested,
Okay,
okay?
I'm with you.
Maybe doesn't have the huge gut, but there's definitely some fat there. There's some love handles there. But he looks like he still takes care of it.
Like one of those guys you see in those strongman competitions. They're not like they're not chiseled. They're not defined. But for some odd reason, they still have enough strength to like pick up a
Well,
3,000
those guys,
pounds.
Mike, that's a whole different beast because those guys are just huge in many ways. Like they're not totally toned, but my God, those guys are just huge. I don't have a good actor to compare it to. I really
We'll
don't right
figure it
now.
out.
We'll figure it out by next week.
There you go. All right. It's 5 minutes till 10. We get 5 minutes to talk about nothing. Usually we have a whole hour to talk about nothing. I don't want to drive home in the morning, but you know, it happens. Go home and go to sleep. Go home and listen to how badly Bella wants cookies.
Right?
Yeah, she was at Chatterbox tonight. I get home and she's gonna be like, "No, I just want to sit here and read my books."
Hi, Dad.
I won't even get that. I'd be like, I'll walk in.
I know. Yeah.
I'll get a couple of peekaboos, and it's like, okay, but she's like, the funny thing is now, if when I walk in the house, if she doesn't want to be like around me or anything, she'll be like, "Bye, Dad, see you later." I'm like, "Bitch, this is my house. I live. You live to you serve at my pleasure. What the hell? What do you mean, bye,
You know how many
Dad?"
times Piper tells me I'm not allowed to do something
Mhm.
or I'm not allowed to go somewhere with them? Mommy's taking me here, but you can't come. Well, it's my vehicle. I'm driving. No.
Now, I don't get kicked out of events like that, but there's a lot of times I don't want to go. I still don't do crowds very well, like loud crowds. Like small crowds I could probably handle. When she used to go to her craft things at the craft store down the street, there were just gaggles of kids and parents and stuff, and I'm like, get back, Satan, and that kind of comes around to why I didn't want to go to, when I found out that they went to a concert. I'm like, whoo, there you go.
I dodged a bullet.
There you go, because there's a ton of concerts I would love to go see. There's a ton of bands I would love to go see live. I just don't like going to concerts anymore because it's loud, it's noisy, and I just don't do crowds anymore.
I could have a lot of fun if it wasn't for other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it comes down to. And I'm starting to think it's an age thing.
I don't think it's so much an age thing as it is like a sensory thing. There's just too much going on, and I can't process it. I'm just like, okay, I need peace and quiet. It could be an age thing, but for me, it's just one of those things where it's like, there's too much going on, and I can't wrap my brain around all of it.
Right.
I need half of you to shut up, and the other half
To go away.
to go away. Excuse me. So, there's that. But no, I'm gonna walk in the door, and she'd be like, she doesn't want me to have anything to do with it. It's like, okay, bye, Dad. See you later. And that's usually, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, especially like on Thursday nights, because usually, especially like last night when we were out so late, all I did was take off my shoes, go upstairs. I didn't even take my nighttime medication, which once in a while is not a bad thing.
Right.
But I make a habit of it, and I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to not feel well. But I just like crawl upstairs. So as long as I take my meds, I'll be like, all right, I'm fine, I'm good. All right, let's go home. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a wonderful time entertaining you tonight. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. Tune in
Thanks
again
for calling in.
Tune in again next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can tune in on the SKO Radio Network at skoradio.com. You can tune in at the TuneIn app. Just make sure that you favor the SKO Radio Network on your TuneIn app. You can tune in here. Lots of great shows coming up. Tomorrow night is the Some Kind of Radio Show, the flagship show. We're the other one, so hey, good on you. Total Request Live.
You never
Cam
know.
Radio,
I've
Some
been
Kind of
known
Kid
to
Show.
crash SKO a few times.
If I didn't live like a billion miles away. I'd crash a few extra shows. So make sure you tune in. Thanks for listening once again. Finish strong, finish big,
Finish strong.
finish anywhere.
Anywhere.
Good night. Have a great weekend.
Adios.